Chapter 1427. The tunnel was constructed. Fong Ping and the rest quickly followed the passageway, advancing all the way until they arrived at a beehive. Yes, honeycomb. It was similar to Wang Ruobing's source world. However, there were some differences. Some of the passages in Wang Ruobing's beehive had already been destroyed, causing her to consume a great deal of her life force. She had almost been devoured to death. As for Lin Zi's beehive, at this moment, there was a layer of thin membrane blocking those areas. It really is a spiritual seed. The moment Fong Ping landed, he confirmed everything. Lin Zi's source had really been altered by someone. This was old Zhang's first time here. He looked around and exclaimed, "There are at least tens of thousands of holes." Tens of thousands. This meant that tens of thousands of origin martial artists were being controlled. Of course, some people might not even open their origin Dao. However, once he reached rank 6 and the Sanjiao Gate appeared, he should be able to construct the origin path. How many rank 6 and above martial artists were there in the 3 realms? Tens of millions? There was a possibility. He had only stolen the control rights of a few tens of thousands of people. No wonder the Immortal Spring did not have much of a reaction. It was too little. For Seeds had only stolen a few 100,000 people. It was very normal for the Immortal Origin or the Heavenly Emperor to not be able to sense it. What now? Old Zhang looked at Fong Ping. Fong Ping said in a low voice, "Be careful. Find the passageway we're looking for and help the other party break through the door. However, as soon as we step into the passageway, we'll easily attract the attention of the people behind us. Try to be careful and help some people break through." Fong Ping continued, "We'll mainly look for the mentality of the human powerhouses, followed by Luan and the rest, then Hong Kuan and the rest." Fong Ping had not mentioned this before. Old Zhang asked solemnly, "You want to help them break the door?" Was he crazy? Fong Ping grinned. "What's wrong? You think I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. If these people had broken through 9, do you think they would surrender so easily? So easy to talk to? Let's wait and see. When the war starts, these people might even be more active than us. Of course, it's also possible that I'll burn myself, but I'm going to throw the 3 realms into chaos. We can't let them focus all their energy on the human race, on us." As Fong Ping said that, he carefully peeled open the membrane covering one of the holes. A moment later, a suction force came over. Fong Ping had expected this. A rich vitality gushed out. Soon, the hole returned to normal. Fong Ping probed with his mentality and sensed for a while. After a while, he shook his head and said, "It's not a human. It seems to be a fellow from Grandmaster. I'm not too familiar with him. And he's probably not that strong either." Even if Fong Ping broke the door, the other party might never be able to reach Broken 8. Not everyone's door needed to be broken, unless they had a chance of breaking through to the 8th level. Otherwise, even breaking through the door would be useless. That person would never be able to reach the door, and whether or not they broke through the door made no difference. "Old Zhang, Big Cat, the 2 of you look around. You might not be able to find everything, but I suspect that the psychic seed stole the great Dao essences of some experts. The passageways of experts should all be here." Old Zhang asked cautiously, "Will it attract the other party's attention?" "It'll be fine as long as we're careful. Don't cause too much of a commotion. This is my first time here, so I don't have any experience. Furthermore, there's something wrong with Wang Ruobing's seed, so it'll be easier to attract attention." As they spoke, Fong Ping had already cut off the passageway that they came from earlier. He laughed and said, "Now that the passageway has been cut off, as long as we don't make a big commotion, they definitely won't find out." Old Zhang also heaved a sigh of relief. This was the best. He was really afraid that something would happen very soon. Fong Ping looked at the densely packed holes, his scalp tingling. "Look quickly. After you're done looking, mark the people you know. We have to discuss who needs to break through the door and who doesn't." The man and the cat both nodded sneakily, as if they were thieves. In reality, this was indeed stealing. It was very exciting. If the commotion was a little bigger, it might cause the true emperor to descend. Moreover, it would be his real body. That would be very dangerous. The source was not a single space. Many layers of space overlapped. Looking down above the source, there were many black spots. The black spots were all huge cracks. On top of each huge black spot, there was a giant sitting, suppressing the source. At this moment, those cracks were all shaking. This was caused by the battle, and it had not calmed down yet. Just as Fong Ping and the others were peeking at the mentality passageway, in the void in the central area, a wave of ripples swept over. Very soon, the shadows of giants appeared one after another. Qiong, why did you summon us again? Someone was dissatisfied. Many things had happened recently. It just so happened that their clones were killed. Now everyone still had to suppress the riots in the source. The source was very dangerous. Some cracks would often appear and devour their mentality. Every time they gathered, it was actually dangerous. Of course, these people were also unwilling to let others near the area they were suppressing. Every time they gathered, they would rather run a little further than to gather in the area they were suppressing. The God Emperor Projection's expression did not change. He said calmly, "Previously, there were some abnormalities in the source. Did anyone notice?" Abnormalities? Someone was puzzled. The Beast Emperor said loudly, "Which day does the source not have abnormalities now?" Qiong, what abnormalities are you talking about? The God Emperor was too lazy to explain. It was useless anyway. He continued, "Did anyone notice last time? Fong Ping has some true blood on him. Before the battle, he also opened up the source passageway. This means that he might have opened it before. Before this, when Ji Yi was suppressing the Vitality Gate, there were also a few abnormalities. Fong Ping might have come to the source before. This time, is Fong Ping unwilling to be left out and came to the source again?" Qiong, are you scared? North Emperor joked, "Let's not talk about whether Fong Ping can come to the source or not. Even if he can, would he dare to come now? He just killed our clones. Would he dare to come to the source now and court death?" West Emperor chuckled. "Don't underestimate Fong Ping. He might really come. Actually, I also felt some abnormalities earlier. It came from the gate of spiritual consciousness." As he said that, West Emperor laughed. Something happened to the gate of spiritual consciousness. Maybe someone broke into it. As soon as he said that, the God Emperor said softly, "Ji suppresses the Vitality Gate. Chen suppresses the gate of spiritual consciousness. Xian suppresses the gate of life." Everyone looked at him, not quite understanding what he meant. The three gates were guarded by three emperors: Emperor Ji, West Emperor Chen, and North Emperor Xian. The three of them guarded the three gates. The God Emperor said lightly, "In the past, there was a problem with the immortal source. After that, a lot of the immortal source's power seemed to have dissipated. The immortal source is connected to the three gates. The three gates and the immortal source are one. Last time, something happened to the Vitality Gate. This time, something happened to the gate of spiritual consciousness." "Chun, don't you have anything to say?" West Emperor looked dazed. He said gloomily, "What does this have to do with me? How would I know? I'm only guarding the gate of spiritual consciousness. I'm not the master of the gate of spiritual consciousness. Besides, I wasn't here just now." The God Emperor said lightly, "Everyone has their own selfish motives. I can understand that. But now, the big picture is more important. There must have been some problems with the gate of spiritual consciousness in the past. I'm afraid everyone has some backup plans. I don't want to look into it, and I don't want to investigate anything. However, since there was a problem with the gate of spiritual consciousness, Fong Ping might have taken the opportunity to break into it. Everyone, it's better if you investigate it yourselves, lest something big happens." He was not clueless. There were some things that he knew. Someone was playing tricks. In fact, who did not play tricks? However, now Fong Ping might have entered the source. Although it was just a whim, after thinking about it, he suddenly felt that it was possible. He could not help but pay attention. Everyone did not respond. The God Emperor said again, "If Fong Ping is really in the source again, aren't you afraid that he'll get more powerful after obtaining the opportunities? It's difficult for Fong Ping to catch up to me, but to catch up to everyone, it might not be that difficult. He's already broken 9. If he can get a lot of true blood and transform again, surpassing everyone in a day is not just a fantasy." Emperor West said disapprovingly. It's not that simple. How can there be so much true blood? I've been to the source 7 or 8 times. Forget true blood, I haven't even seen fake blood. The God Emperor looked at him and said lightly, Chin, no matter what you're thinking, getting out of here and no longer being a living dead is our goal. Do you really want Fong Ping to disturb the source and trap us for another 10,000 years? Now, do we still have 10,000 years to get out of here? No more, Emperor West said helplessly. You look like you're doubting me. Of course, I have to say a few words. I don't have so much energy to do other things. All these years, it's not easy for me to relax a little, but I don't have the energy to do it. There are only a few who have the ability to play tricks on the immortal source. If you want to doubt them, it has nothing to do with me. I'm not doubting you. I'm just reminding everyone, don't let Fong Ping succeed in the end. The God Emperor looked around. Even if it's not Fong Ping, it could be someone else who entered the source after breaking 9. They haven't taken root in their Tao and entered the source. Everyone must be vigilant. Now we can't guard the 3 gates anymore. This is also a loophole that can be easily exploited by others. Over at the immortal source, 9th heaven had to guard against Fong Ping and the others now. The source also had to suppress the chaos. Over at the 3 gates, breaking 8 clones meant being killed. Now no one was willing to create 9 clones. It was easy to cause trouble. The God Emperor had to be more vigilant. Emperor West said impatiently, then let them investigate themselves. If there's a problem, he'll take responsibility for it himself. I have no interest in continuing to chat here. Previously, when 2 clones died, I was injured badly. Even now, it's difficult to suppress the power of the source. I still have to project myself here. If this goes on, I'm afraid I'll be destroyed by the destructive power of the source before the barrier breaks. As soon as he finished speaking, Emperor West's projection shattered with a rumble. After he left, the Beast Emperor said coldly, Don't tell me this guy stole what he was guarding? He was a little suspicious of Emperor West. The God Emperor said lightly, I'm just afraid that it's not. I'm also afraid that Celeste is deliberately misleading the public. Misleading the public? Everyone chewed on the meaning of this. Emperor West was a wily old fox. Although he was not strong, he was very cunning. What was this guy helping someone hide? Who was he helping? The person who did it back then was still Fong Ping? What was he trying to do? He left. The God Emperor did not say much. Everyone, do as you see fit. If you can't solve it, then force Fong Ping out, and let us solve it. Spirit Emperor snorted coldly. It's hard to say whether there's a problem or not. Now everyone is in danger because of Fong Ping. Xiong, you don't have the bearing you used to have. Bearing? The God Emperor chuckled. I'm neither human nor ghost. What bearing do I need? I'm not you. If Celestial Emperor wins, you can still live. What about us? Fong Ping causing trouble now is exactly what Celestial Emperor wants. It also saves us from causing trouble for Celestial Emperor. Fong Ping causing trouble now was in line with Celestial Emperor's interests. The 9 emperors were restrained by Fong Ping, which meant that they had no energy to deal with Celestial Emperor. But this was not what the God Emperor wanted to see. He did not want the 3 realms to be in chaos. Yet the 3 realms was in a mess. Schemes? No matter how good a scheme was, it was just empty talk. With Fong Ping, who was not part of the scheme, many things had been messed up. Now, the God Emperor did not want the source land to be in chaos again. Spirit Emperor snorted. The phantom was broken. The others disappeared as well. Soon, there were only a few people left. The God Emperor said calmly, Do, was it your doing? Celestial Emperor Reverse, who was left, chuckled. It wasn't me. When the source land was in trouble, I didn't intervene. Ji, Hao, Chun, and Hong were the suspects. You? Someone said quietly. It wasn't me either. Brother, don't talk nonsense. Celestial Emperor Reverse laughed. How, don't be humble. If there really is a problem, investigate it immediately to prevent the source land from being in chaos. Don't you know what Fong Ping is capable of? If he came unprepared last time, he must have come prepared this time. If he didn't make a big fuss, then he wouldn't be Fong Ping. It wasn't me, Dong Wang said helplessly. If it wasn't Brother Qiong, then it would be Chun and Ji. The God Emperor said lightly. It really wasn't you? The first thing I thought of when something happened to the gate of spiritual consciousness was you. Brother, you have wronged me. Emperor Dong Huang smiled bitterly. This is not my doing. I merely stole some of the Tao of the celestial source. To be honest, this is not something that we should have. But brother, I once saw a baby girl at the dragon transformation, and she might have something to do with the celestial source. I thought it was brother's doing. Was it not? Dong Huang smiled. I had my doubts then, but the dragon transformation came to me, and I didn't say much. I'm afraid Spirit also thought it was your doing. The God Emperor frowned slightly. Baby girl, some of the vitality path smell might not have been done perfectly. Some of the smell leaked and devoured vitality. I thought this baby girl would not live long and would self-destruct. But last time, I realized that this baby girl might not have died. Dong Huang smiled. So, it really wasn't your doing? If Fong Ping entered the source land last time and the gate of vitality shook, then it must have been through this baby girl. This time, I really don't know. The God Emperor frowned. After a while, he said lightly, since Brother Hao said it wasn't you, then I believe you. Stealing some of the source land's power might not be able to help us get out of trouble. It seems a little like the work of those few. Which few? The weak few. As strong as the God Emperor and the others were, they knew that stealing a little was not very useful. Stealing a lot would be easily discovered by the Celestial Emperor. Then it was very likely that it was not them. Of course, it could not be ruled out that there was more than one power. It could even be the work of the same person. If Dong Huang said it was not him, the God Emperor did not dare to believe it completely. He did not dwell on this. No matter who it is, investigate immediately. With that, the God Emperor disappeared. Dong Huang smiled bitterly. Brother Do, it seems that Brother Qiong still suspects me. I suspect it too. Celestial Emperor reverse grinned. You didn't say anything when the dragon found you. Now that you mention it, who knows if Brother Hao is a thief crying thief to get rid of suspicion. Of course, I don't care about this. If Brother Hao really found something, it's better to solve it as soon as possible. Fong Ping has become a big problem. We have to be careful. Dong Huang sighed. It's not a small problem to give us headaches. Fong Ping has really grown to the point where he might be a threat to us. In Lin Zi's source land, Zhang Tao said excitedly, I found Idiot Li. Iron Head or Commander? Fong Ping asked. Zhang Tao said casually, Big Idiot. Oh, that would be Commander Li beside him. The cat was dumbfounded. It asked curiously, Who is Big Idiot? The one from Guardian King's family. Oh. The ash cat also understood and nodded. So Second Dumb is a muscular man? Fong Ping chuckled. Old Zhang laughed too. Don't give others nicknames. You guys gave them too. The cat was innocent. You guys gave them nicknames too. Fong Ping smiled. You're the first person in the 3 realms to give people nicknames. We learn it from you. The cat thought about it and felt a little embarrassed. Was that so? It seems so. The cat did not dwell on it anymore. Soon it said happily, Big dogs, I found big dogs. Fong Ping smiled too. I found it here too. Zhang Hao's. They found many familiar people's paths of mentality one after another. However, after searching for a while, Fong Ping said regretfully, I don't think there's yours, old Zhang. I don't know if it's gone after you took it last time. It's best if it's gone. Old Zhang was not regretful. He smiled. My life gate has been broken. The vitality gate will be broken soon. There's no hurry for the mentality gate. He broke the life gate first. This had something to do with the large amount of vitality that Fong Ping brought back. The gate of qi and blood was his main cultivation. Old Zhang's strength had improved extremely quickly recently. It had something to do with the human strength. He was not too worried. As they were talking, Fong Ping's eyes moved. The cat also said quickly, there seems to be movement. Hi quickly. As he said that, the cat dug downwards with familiarity. The last time he escaped from Wang Ruobing's origin, he dug a hole and ran away. Now, the cat had learned to hide first. Fong Ping did not force it this time. Soon, Fong Ping followed suit and hid. Old Zhang was not careless either. burrowing in instantly. Two people and a cat hid in the ground below in the blink of an eye. The land in this place was somewhat similar to the origin land. Fong Ping even laid a shallow layer of origin land on top. He restrained his aura and hid in the pit with old Zhang and the others without moving. Not long after they hid inside, a vast wave of psychic energy quickly swept over them. A mechanical voice sounded. Fong Ping, since you're here, why don't we talk? The mentality continued to sweep. This place can help some human powerhouses break the gate of spiritual consciousness. However, once the gate is broken, it will easily attract the attention of others. Why don't we work together? I'll lend you a hand. It'll be easier for others to break the gate. Underground, Fong Ping did not say a word. Old Zhang did not move either. The cat tilted its head and looked at them strangely. Working together? Were they not going to talk about working together? Did the fake human emperor not come to talk about working together? Fong Ping grabbed its neck with his palm, motioning it not to move. Very quickly, his mentality brushed past. He sighed. Did he really not come? As he said that, the vast mentality disappeared. In the next moment, when the cat was about to jump out, Fong Ping grabbed it. Old Zhang also grabbed its tail and pinched its mouth, not letting it speak. The cat felt wronged. What was it doing now? It did not know what was going on. After a while, another mentality brushed past. The voice sounded again. Fong Ping, I'm very sincere. I also want to be free and get rid of the trouble of the origin land. There are a few ways to get rid of the trouble of the origin land. First, find someone from the three realms to prove their Tao. Second, create a small origin land like this one and replace it. Third, find another powerhouse to replace it. For example, another emperor. The last one is the simplest and the most difficult. However, if you and I work together, I can get out of this predicament through the third option. Kill an emperor and help me get out of this predicament. When I get out of this predicament, an emperor will die and the origin land will be in chaos. At that time, both you and I will benefit. Fong Ping, don't you want to think about it? Fong Ping still did not move. It was a very tempting suggestion. The key was, you should *King expose your identity. At this point, even the voice was fake. Your mentality was hidden and not obvious. It would be strange if I believed you. The other party was probably not sure that I was here. That was why he was testing me. Very quickly, the mentality disappeared again. The cat felt that it could speak this time. At this time, Old Zhang and Fong Ping looked at each other and nodded slightly. Very quickly, the two of them continued digging downwards. Fong Ping quickly restored the soil above and dived down with the cat. After a while, there was a rumble. The soil above exploded. The voice sounded a little dissatisfied. Fong Ping, you guys are here. The passageway has been touched. Do you really think I can't tell? Since you're here, come out and talk. Otherwise, I'll seal this place and reveal this place to others. You won't be able to escape. Underground, the cat turned its head to look at Fong Ping, blinking. Should he go out? Fong Ping's big hand pinched its head. Don't move. Even if this person knew that he was here, could he guarantee that he was still here? He might not be sure. Because he was not sure, he would test again and again. If he had the guts, he could continue to investigate. It would not benefit the other party if he messed up this place. If the commotion was too big and exposed, it would be even more troublesome. This time was different from the last time. Last time, there was no emperor in the source land. This time, everyone was in the source land. Just like the previous person, sealing the origin directly would cause too big a commotion and might attract other people's attention. Mentality swept again and again. Again and again. Fong Ping and Old Zhang also changed places after each shot. They did not stay in the same place. They continued to dig and restore. As expected, very soon, mentality swept over the place where they were staying. Again and again, Fong Ping and Old Zhang changed hiding places again and again. It was all an old trick. Both of them were familiar with these tricks. Although the emperor had lived for a long time, his knowledge was limited. It was not as unfathomable as imagined, hiding in one place for tens of thousands of years. How could there be so many tricks? Just like that, they were in a stalemate for a while. The voice sounded again, sighing. It seems like you've really left. Did you go to other places in the source land? That's troublesome, but it's also everyone's trouble. After saying that, the mentality disappeared again. Fong Ping and old Zhang still did not go out, continuing to endure. Fong Ping did not believe that the other party had left. Even if he had really left, he still had to endure for a while. Otherwise, he would be discovered the moment he came, and many plans could not be carried out. Just like that, they waited for a while. The cat's tail swayed, a little depressed. It had been a long time. Out of these two, one was grabbing its tail, pinching its mouth, and the other was pinching its head. It was very uncomfortable. Okay. Fong Ping ignored it and sent a voice transmission. Has he left? I'm not sure. Who is it? Did you sense it? Mentality is very strong, but it's still hard to judge. Both of them talked for a while, but it was still hard to determine who it was. At this moment, the cat suddenly sent a voice transmission through mentality. Ask me. I recognize him. It's Old Man West. Fong Ping was stunned for a moment. Emperor West? He knew that Emperor West's mentality was strong, but to be honest, he did not suspect Emperor West. It was not just Fong Ping. Before this, the Emperor God and the others could not be sure, but in the end, they locked their sights on Dong Wang and the others, even the Emperor and the Emperor, Earthly Emperor, who were not here. As for Emperor West, who was the most suspicious, they did not suspect much. Emperor West, who guarded the gate of spiritual consciousness, took the initiative to mention that he had discovered something unusual. In addition, he was the one who guarded the gate of spiritual consciousness, embezzlement. They also felt that it was too obvious. But now, the cat said that it recognized him. It was Emperor West. Fong Ping was stunned for a moment and hurriedly sent a voice transmission. Are you sure? Yes, it's him. The cat was a little proud, sending a voice transmission. I know Old Man West's smell. I can smell it with one sniff. If I didn't smell it the first time, I'll be able to after a few more times. Emperor West's mentality swept more than once. This cat's nose was more sensitive than the heavenly dog's. That day, the Tao tree was separated by a mystic realm, but it could smell it. Fong Ping raised his eyebrows. Not bad. The father of celestial polarity was somewhat beyond his expectations. Fong Ping asked quickly, have you found celestial polarity's gate of spirit? Old Zhang said immediately, I found it. Fong Ping's eyes flickered. Is it to let my son get rid of the immortal source? Or does he want to trick my son as well? This old guy, last time he turned his limbs into power and integrated it to celestial polarity, I didn't expect him to still have a trick up his sleeve pretending to be a good person. I didn't expect him to trick Emperor Spirit's niece. It seems like he's not a good person either. Old Zhang rolled his eyes. Nonsense, were there good people among the emperors? Who was not cruel and merciless? If they were really good people, they would not become emperors. Chapter 14:28. This place was built by the West Emperor. To be honest, Fong Ping had not expected this. At this moment, Fong Ping's eyes flickered. He looked at old Zhang. Was there a possibility of working with Emperor West? To be honest, Fong Ping had thought that Emperor West could be roped in, but now he was a little worried. This fellow was more treacherous than he had imagined. However, old Zhang suddenly said, it's good to be sinister. I like this kind of person who has a request and isn't very strong. If he was too strong, it would be difficult for the God Emperor and the others to cooperate with him. Those who were too weak and did not have much of a presence, such as Emperor Nan. You did not even know what he wanted. It's good that Emperor Shi is like this. It's good that he has a purpose and ambition. Kid, I can consider cooperating with him. Fong Ping turned his head and thought about it. It seemed to make sense. Fong Ping licked his lips. Could he work with Emperor West? Not a single emperor was a good person. Fong Ping had no doubt about this. In that case, the West Emperor was not a good person either. But if it could provide benefits, who cared if it was good or bad? Intimidate this old man? Fong Ping raised his eyebrows. In the next moment, a gush of mentality suddenly swept out. At this moment, a similar wave of mental power swept over. The two sides collided, and with a rumbling sound, the entire place trembled. "Shun, is there a need to welcome me like this?" Fong Ping's laughter could be heard. "You've made too much noise. Be careful not to get discovered." "Shin? Fong Ping, you're really here." "That's right. I'm Celeste." Emperor West's "I am me" attitude seemed to be testing Fong Ping. Fong Ping sneered. "Emperor West, stop pretending. If I hadn't recognized you, would I have shown myself?" It was because he recognized you and knew that you were afraid of death that he showed himself. You're just like your son. You're afraid of death, but you don't want to die, and you don't want to put in too much effort. To put it simply, he wanted all the benefits, but there was no way he could put in any effort. If I didn't know your personality, do you think you would be able to discover me? You think I'm testing you? Look at your wretched personality. You've even revealed your mental strength. I knew it was you at first glance. The world fell silent. A wretched personality, and even his spiritual energy was wretched. In the next moment, a person appeared in the void. It was an old man, the appearance of the West Emperor. Emperor West felt a little strange and helpless. "My spiritual force is wretched? What are you talking about? How could this be?" Fong Ping's silhouette appeared as well. He sneered. "Isn't that the case? It's bad enough that you've tried so many times, but you're still hiding outside and refusing to leave. If you're not a wretched person, then who is?" "The cat is down there." The next moment, the cat popped out and said strangely, "I'm not outside." Fong Ping's expression darkened. "What does this have to do with you?" "Damn, at every critical moment, this cat has to come out and act cute. I can't stand you." Emperor Shi also laughed and said, "You hide underground. Are you more noble than this old man? I guess that you guys were underground, but I couldn't find your exact location. It seems like you guys have been constantly moving. In terms of vulgarity, this old man may not necessarily be more vulgar than you." Fong Ping sneered. He looked at him and said, "You've got guts. You even dared to lay your hands on Emperor Ling's niece." Emperor Shi chuckled and said, "You're quite courageous to even dare to come to the source. I had no choice but to come. Then I have no choice but to act." Emperor Shi sighed and said, "This old man also wants to live a more comfortable life. I also want to discuss about the past and present, but reality doesn't allow it." Emperor Shi looked very helpless. He shook his head and said, "There's no other way. Everyone is scheming anyway. Am I not just guarding the gate of spiritual consciousness? I can also make one for fun, conveniently." Fong Ping sneered. "This place had put a lot of effort. How could it be conveniently? Let's get straight to the point. How strong are you exactly?" Fong Ping said lightly, "Too weak. You're not qualified to cooperate with me." Emperor Shi laughed. "You're very arrogant. Someone actually thinks that the Emperor is weak." "I'm not arrogant. I'm just speaking with facts. This is just my body. When my real body arrives, my outburst is more than 70 million calories." Fong Ping said lightly, "If me, Heavenly King subduing the cat and a powerhouse behind me join forces, an emperor with an outburst lower than 80 million calories is just looking for death. What about you? If you're not strong enough, I'll kill you and return to the three realms. It's considered a profit." Emperor Shi's gaze changed for a while. "You're not bragging?" Fong Ping sneered. "I don't need to intimidate you. Of course, if you're like the Emperor and the others, close to 100 million calories outbursts, you can pretend that I didn't say anything." Emperor Shi glanced at him. Fong Ping smiled lightly. "If you don't want to make a big fuss, then it's fine if you don't cooperate. I'll break some doors and leave. Pretend that you didn't see me." "Don't." Emperor Shi grinned cheekily. "Fong Ping, we're old friends. Let's chat. I even gave you a divine weapon last time. You know about the clones?" Fong Ping narrowed his eyes. At that time, the clones had been shattered. These people were outside. How could Emperor Shi know? Emperor Shi laughed. "Didn't I merge into my son's body? Then I'm not really dead. Naturally, I still know. Then do you know that your son moved Western Palace, and I didn't get it?" Emperor Shi chuckled. "I can't do anything about that. You go and look for yourself." As he said that, Emperor Shi continued, "What's your purpose in coming here? To kill a few emperors as a sacrifice." "Truth. Truth." Fong Ping said seriously. I'm not the kind of person who waits for people to come knocking on my door. All these years, I've been leading people to come knocking on my door. Even if my strength is not as good as others, I still want to strike first. You, Emperor Ling, Emperor Nan, and Beast Emperor are all my targets. You are the weakest. If I don't kill you, who should I kill? Beast Emperor is the first target. You are the second. Emperor Nan is the third. Killing 3 is more or less enough. Emperor, she was stunned. Are you serious? Duh! Fong Ping sneered. What do you think? Do you think I'll be afraid of you? To be honest, among the emperors, only a few are a little scary. You guys are nothing but bystanders. I didn't expect you to have some tricks up your sleeves. Otherwise, you might be my first target. Emperor, she chuckled. But I didn't provoke you. My son didn't provoke you either. We're neutral. If you attack us, isn't that a waste? Kill the fence-sitters first. That's my usual style. Emperor, she thought about it. It made sense. It seemed like it was true. I'm a little scared. Emperor, she looked terrified. Fong Ping sneered. What are you pretending for? If I didn't see that you have a trick up your sleeves, I would really think that you only know how to hide like your son. I didn't expect you to have some tricks up your sleeve. Your son didn't learn everything. He only learned to be a coward. He didn't learn to be ruthless and a coward. Emperor, she sighed. That makes sense. But it's good. Otherwise, he might be dead, isn't it? You're right. Emperor, she laughed quickly. If your body of origin is destroyed, you'll be dead. Fong Ping, your real body isn't here after all. Aren't you afraid that I'll attack you? Fong Ping said calmly. Then you can try. Since I dared to come, I won't be unprepared. I don't need to hide it from you. I still have people among the 9 emperors. You're tricking me? You don't believe me? 1%, 90%. Emperor, she said seriously. What you say, 1% is the limit. There's no need to believe more. Then you can do it. I'm afraid of death. Emperor, she said with a serious face. Why don't you go and make trouble in someone else's territory? I'll pretend I never saw you. How about that? This is your territory? Emperor, she nodded and sighed. In order not to be discovered by others, I hid this spiritual knowledge source in the area that I'm guarding. There are a total of 36 heavens and earths in the source land. Everyone guards a different area. In fact, you can understand it as 1 emperor, 1 heavens. The source land can take root at most 36 emperor paths. Now, some places are occupied and some places are not. Every heavens is dangerous. I'm afraid that others will explore other uninhabited heavens, so I hid this place in my own area. You're quite bold. Fong Ping laughed. The most dangerous place is the safest? Emperor, she grinned. No, it's waiting for this origin land to mature. It can help me escape faster. I'm afraid of accidents. Of course, I'm also afraid of being discovered. It's better to hide in my own territory. Mature? Yes. As long as there are enough powerhouses among these paths that I collect and feel that they can fill the hole I left behind, I can use this thing to replace me and escape. What about the people inside? How would I know? They might turn into energy and be absorbed by the origin. Your son is there too. So be it if he's dead. Emperor, she laughed. Who cares about their son? You young people really don't understand. Boom! A low sound rang out. Fong Ping took a few steps back. Emperor, she raised his eyebrows. What are you doing? You don't care about your son. I'll help you break his path. Isn't that great? That's also energy. Fong Ping sneered. Do you think I'll use your son to threaten you? Forget it. I'm not that low class. Celestial Terminus didn't provoke me. As he said that, Fong Ping grinned. But then again, you value your son quite a lot. If that's the case, why don't I invite your son to the human realm as a guest? Are you threatening me? Yes. Emperor, she laughed. It's useless. Even you understand that putting down the butcher's knife will lead to death. Do you think I don't? While the two were talking, old Zhang suddenly appeared and said with a smile, Seniors, let's not test each other. Emperor, she was surprised. You're here too? The humans really put in a lot of effort this time. Both of you are trapped here. That old ghost from Fingerview Town is guarding the humans? Zhang Tao laughed. Riches come from danger. That makes sense too. Emperor, she laughed. Cooperation? How do you want to cooperate, Senior? Emperor, she sighed. This fruit of mine might not be able to ripen. If you guys find out, will you let me continue? If the fruit can't ripen, there's no way to replace me. As for finding those people from the three realms as replacements, to be honest, it's difficult. They're all smart people. It's not that simple. I still have to prevent problems from happening at that time. The final outcome might not be too good. Then I can only take the third path. Kill an emperor and mend the hole for me. Fong Ping laughed. What about the hole left behind by killing that emperor? Emperor, she was surprised. What does it have to do with me? I'm already gone. Why should I care about them? He was speechless. What he said made too much sense. Emperor, she continued. Kill an emperor and I'll steal his power. Of course, I can't leave now. If I leave, I'll be easily targeted. How about we cooperate in secret? Emperor, she laughed. This is the simplest way. As long as you satisfy me, you can talk about the rest. His goal was very simple. Kill an emperor and steal his power to mend his hole. As for the others, who cares? Kill one person and you guys have less pressure. It's actually a win-win situation. Emperor, she laughed. How about it? If you cooperate, I can provide some help. Of course, in order not to expose me and to have a chance to cooperate in the future, you guys will be the main force and I'll be the support. Fong Ping looked at him. After a while, he said, Who is the easiest to kill among the 9 emperors? Emperor, she laughed. If the Emperor God and the others don't say, it's too difficult. Be careful not to be killed. As for Emperor Spirit, Celestial Emperor has a relationship with her. Be careful lest you get killed by Celestial Emperor. That leaves only the Beast Emperor, Emperor Nan, and Emperor North. Emperor North is the strongest among the 3. It's best to give up on him. You guys may not be his match. The Beast Emperor and Emperor Nan are slightly weaker, but it's best not to touch the Beast Emperor. The Celestial Emperor may also be watching this guy to perfect the demon race's great Tao. As for Emperor Nan, this guy is useless. Emperor, she laughed. Emperor Nan is neither good enough nor good enough. His presence is weak. Killing him is the easiest. I've learned his vitality restoration technique. Emperor, she said disapprovingly. It's not prepared for you. It's prepared for the Tao tree. You snatched the opportunity yourself. That's your ability. What does it have to do with him? You've also learned Emperor Ren's technique, Emperor East's technique, and Emperor North's technique. Are you not going to kill them? Then just give up. When the realm wall shatters, let's see if they kill you or not. Emperor, she said indifferently. Don't take it seriously. What vitality restoration technique? It's only useful for you. Your power is more special. If others learn it, unless their strength is balanced, it would be a waste of time. Emperor, she said, killing him is the least risky, the easiest. This guy's strength is about the same as mine. Killing him is enough to fill the hole I left. Then isn't it easier to kill you? Emperor, she laughed and said, You can't say that. I'm afraid of death, so I'm just here with some spiritual energy. It's not my real body. You can't find my real body. That fool Emperor Nin doesn't have the time. He's still in the 7th heaven. I've been watching him for a long time. His real body is there. Go there and kill him. It's very easy. You speak as if it's true. It's true. Emperor, she hurriedly said. The key is that apart from him, you have no one to kill. Also, Emperor Nan is not a good person. When he said to replace everyone with a cultivator of the Qi and blood path, he was the first to agree. This guy was the most active in sealing the great Tao of the celestial source. During the killing battle, he went quickly. When killing Celestial Emperor Batian and Celestial Emperor, this guy was the first to rush over. I'm not a fence-sitter, it's him. He runs to whichever side is strong. You humans are not as strong as the Divine Emperors. When the time comes, he'll be the first to kill you. Don't doubt it. Emperor Nan is the worst. It's definitely like this. Look, this time when he came to the 3 realms to kill you, didn't Emperor Nan prepare to break his 9 clones? I didn't go because I didn't want to be enemies with you. Emperor Ling was forced to do so. Beast Emperor is a one-track mind. Only Emperor Nin really wants to get close to the Divine Emperors, so killing him is the right thing to do. Fong Ping laughed. How do I know if you're trying to trick me? If you lure me over there and then make a big commotion, It's not your territory anyway. Even if you kill me, no one will suspect you. Then there's nothing I can do. If you don't believe me, this cooperation can't continue. Emperor, she sighed. I'm full of sincerity. To be honest, if I can get out of trouble, why should I help them? There's no need. If you have the ability to kill Emperor Nan, I can't be happier. At this point, everyone takes care of their own. I can't take care of Emperor Nan. Fong Ping sneered. Are you old friends? Emperor, she was speechless. Who's an old friend? We're not that familiar. When we achieved Dao in the past, we even had a conflict. In order to achieve Dao, we almost killed each other. How can we be old friends? Fong Ping thought about it and said, all right then, the premise of the cooperation is that you help us get a batch of Origin Stars fragments. I want to descend with my real body, and there's also the Azure Cat, Heavenly King subduing, and the person behind me. We all need this thing. You guys, Emperor, she shook his head. How can there be so many? Do you think the source land is full of them? There were more in the past, but now they're nowhere to be found. Why is the Divine Emperor the strongest? The first Emperor is because he was the first to enter this place, found the most Origin Stars fragments, and integrated them into the Origin. This thing is helpful to all of us. Everyone wants to ask for more and take more. Many of the 36 levels have been swept away now. I don't care. Fong Ping laughed. You want to get out of trouble, and I want the Origin Stars fragments. It's a win-win situation. Besides, without my real body, how can I kill Emperor Nan? Kill him with verbal cannons? Emperor, she had the urge to vomit blood. I need too much. It's easy to deal with one person, but it's difficult with more people. The Azure Cat suddenly muttered. It's easy. Isn't this made of Origin Stars fragments and some other things? Just smash this, and it'll be enough. Emperor Shi's expression changed drastically. The Azure Cat was talking about this mentality seed. When he saw Fong Ping staring at the ground, Emperor Shi hurriedly said, Don't listen to this cat's nonsense. This is just the condensation of ordinary Origin Chi. It's not. The Azure Cat said unhappily, Do you think I can't smell it? Emperor Shi's face turned purple. Old Zhang laughed, and Fong Ping laughed too. This was it? That was really a case of wearing out iron shoes in vain. Emperor Shi, didn't you not care about this? After killing Emperor Nan, you don't need this anymore. Why don't you smash this and give it to us? This, Emperor Shi said dryly. If I fail, I won't even have a way out. If I fail to kill Emperor Nan, I can still count on this fruit, but if this is gone, then I have no way out. If you don't try, how do you know you'll definitely fail? Emperor Shi said gloomily. The point is, even if you try, you don't know if you can succeed. It's better to guard this small piece of land. The chances are a little higher. So, you were just fooling us before? Emperor Shi wanted to say something, but stopped. He wanted to say yes, but after thinking about it, forget it, he would not say it. This is my savings for many years. If I use it myself, I could be a little stronger. If I really give it to you, then tens of thousands of years of savings will go down the drain. If I fail, I won't even have a place to cry. Emperor Shi struggled and said, Fong Ping, are you confident? Although Emperor Nan's vitality restoration skill is relatively useless, at a critical moment, if he uses it, his combat strength will still increase. 80 million calories is not a problem. Are you really confident that you can kill him? With Senior Emperor Shi's help? Of course I'm confident. Emperor Shi struggled and hesitated. Old Zhang could not help but say, Senior, forget about acting. Actually, you won't lose anything. If you succeed, you'll gain a lot. If you fail, you'll only lose this bit of the star's origin. This place has actually been discovered a long time ago. They're just waiting for you to fall into the trap. Don't you know it? Emperor Ling and Celestial Emperor have both discovered these things. Emperor Ling has even locked onto Lindsay. Otherwise, how do you think we know? Once you make a move, Lindsay's side will definitely be noticed. Soon, someone will come to ruin your plan. You know this yourself, so you're actually just carrying some hope. But now, if this thing is destroyed, you'll be cleared of suspicion, and there's still hope to kill Emperor Nan to fulfill your wish. Isn't it more worthwhile than guarding this useless star? You can't say that. Fong Ping said impatiently. Cooperation? If you don't want to cooperate, then do it now. If not, then don't even mention cooperation. Everyone will go their separate ways. Let's see if we can't find anyone to cooperate with without you. Find Emperor Nan and say that killing you will fulfill his wish. He'll probably be very happy. Emperor, she gritted his teeth. Okay, then we'll cooperate. But we have to frame Emperor Nan. I'll destroy this place and stuff the broken things over to Emperor Nan. You guys will pretend to come out from the broken star over there, meet Emperor Nan, and have a great battle. This way, no one will suspect me. Emperor Nan secretly plotted against Emperor Ling's niece. If Emperor Ling finds out, he'll probably want to stab him again. If others find out, they probably won't stand up for him. Emperor, she said with assurance. This way, after killing Emperor Nan, the risk will be minimized. Besides, if I steal Emperor Nan's power, others will definitely suspect where Emperor Nan's power went. Speaking of this, Emperor, she looked at Fong Ping and said with a smile, I'll need you guys to take the blame for this. If everyone contributes, we can cooperate better. If I hide here, we might be able to cooperate again in the future. If I expose myself, it won't do you any good. You guys can say that cat absorbed it, or Fong Ping absorbed it, or even that old geezer Jin absorbed it. That old geezer is still a good scapegoat. Emperor, she began to plan what would happen after success. He continued, next to Emperor Nan, one is the Beast Emperor, and the other is me. We became emperors late, so everyone gathered together. Something happened to Emperor Nan. By right, the Beast Emperor and I should be the first to rush to the rescue. However, the source is dangerous and risky. I'll think of a way to trap the Beast Emperor for a while. When I kill Emperor Nan, the Beast Emperor will be the first to rush over, and I will be the second. Even if others suspect, the first suspect will be the Beast Emperor. What about you guys after killing Emperor Nan? Be careful of the Beast Emperor's attack. Also, although the Divine Emperor and the others are also suppressing the riots, they won't be too slow to rush over. According to you humans, other than me and the Beast Emperor, the third to arrive should be the Divine Emperor or the Emperor of Heaven Reverse. At most 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes, kill Emperor Nan and complete the evacuation. Only then can we escape. Otherwise, you will be blocked at the source and surrounded. You will definitely die. He had even thought of an escape route. It was as if he had this idea for a long time. He continued, Emperor Nan is at the 7th heaven, I am at the 8th heaven, and the Beast Emperor is at the 6th heaven. When you guys evacuate, don't go to my place. Go to the Beast Emperor's place and enter the 6th heaven. Don't go to the 5th heaven. When Emperor Nan quiets down, then turn back to the 7th heaven. After that, continue to dive down and enter the uninhabited 9th heaven. Fong Ping looked at him in a daze. How long had this guy been planning this? He was familiar with the process, and he had an attitude of having everything under control. Sure enough, one could not judge a book by its cover. Emperor, she was so evil. This guy had probably been scheming against Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan might even treat him as a brother. Emperor, she was a little embarrassed by their stares. He laughed dryly and said, Don't misunderstand. I'm just more familiar with this. That's why I said all this. It's also for your sake. Fong Ping sneered. Embarrassed? You'll be embarrassed? Your heart is even blacker than mine. He glanced at old Zhang. You've just arrived, and you want to do something big? Old Zhang, this is not what I want to do. Emperor Shi, this old bastard, egged me on. Should I do it? Zhang Tao was also a little speechless. As soon as they arrived, they met an emperor who was ready to kill for a long time. Was this a good thing or a bad thing? Emperor, she was very evil. He was really worried that he would be betrayed by him. When bad people met bad people, it was hard to be at ease with each other. Chapter 14:29. Killing an emperor was not that simple. Emperors were very difficult to kill. Even if they were killed, they might revive again. Since he had reached a cooperation agreement with Emperor West, Fong Ping did not stand on ceremony and went straight to the point. How to completely destroy an emperor? The emperor's Tao was rooted in the ground. As long as the Tao was not destroyed, the emperor would not be destroyed. In the past, the earthly emperor was killed, but now he appeared again. This was the emperor. Destroy his Tao. Emperor West laughed. If you destroy his Tao, you will naturally destroy him. However, Tao is invisible and intangible. It is difficult to find where the other party is rooted. Each emperor has a heaven. The emperor's Tao is different from others. Their Tao is not like others, it is a Tao. It may be a sword, a stone, or a tree. Each heaven is very big, very vast, and there are many dangerous places. Their great Taos might turn into dust, clouds, rain, and fuse with the world. If you can't find it, it will be difficult to kill him. This was the first time Fong Ping knew this situation. He frowned. In this way, it was too difficult to kill an emperor. The West Emperor continued. There's another way to completely kill a sovereign. For example, destroying that heaven. Of course, it's too difficult. If it were that simple, the earthly sovereign wouldn't have been revived after he was killed. However, the Tao of immortality is nothing. Even if the other party revives again, who knows how many years it will take. Emperor Shi didn't care much about this. He smiled and said, "What I need is Emperor Nan's power, not his great path. It's enough to destroy him and devour his power. Let the Sky Emperor and the others deal with the great path." Fong Ping sneered. The Tao is still there. Maybe it will revive tomorrow. Besides, is it enough to devour his power? Without destroying the Tao, can the power alone help you get out? If it was so simple, no one would be able to get out after killing the earthly emperor. Emperor West was not honest. He definitely knew how to find the Tao, and even where Emperor Nan's Tao was, but he did not say it. Why not? Maybe he could only get out if he got the other party's Tao. He was afraid that Fong Ping would trick him. If Fong Ping destroyed the Tao, or simply took it away, how could he reason with him? Of course, this was Emperor West's thoughts. Fong Ping did not care about him. He pretended not to know and continued to ask. He wanted to find out how to find the sovereign's great path, where it was, and how to destroy it. Cut the weeds and pull up the roots. Fong Ping did not want to destroy the emperor's body today, only to have the other party resurrect in the blink of an eye. It would be a waste to kill it. How much did one have to pay to kill an emperor? If he was unlucky, it was normal for him to be killed instead. Emperor Shi laughed and said, "Don't worry, the other party won't wake up. It's not that simple. How to find the great Tao? I really can't find it. Then give up. Don't." Emperor West glanced at Fong Ping, then at Zhang Tao. He smiled and said, "Martial King, why don't we talk?" "Fong Ping is too young and has a bad temper," old Zhang chuckled. "I'm young too. I'm not even 100 years old yet. You can talk to Fong Ping." The West Emperor was mentally exhausted. After a long while, he coughed and said, "Finding the Emperor's great path isn't completely impossible. Sovereigns also had their own origin. Although their origin no longer provided enhancements, it was actually the power of their origin that fused with their physical bodies. That was why others said that sovereigns did not need to rely on Source Tao, but in reality, this did not exist. Once the Source Tao was destroyed, even if the sovereign did not die, his strength would be extremely weak. Since the power of the origin has fused with the body, when you kill the other party, a part of the other party's power will return to the origin. At this time, you can explore the location of the Great Path according to the direction in which this power disappeared. Of course, the speed is very fast. It may disappear in a flash. You may not be able to capture this opportunity. That is why you have to determine some areas in advance. Areas that may exist, squat there, and capture them. This is easy. Emperor, she said with a smile. This requires you to understand your opponent and have accurate judgment. Indeed, each layered heaven was very big. If you could not determine a general area, then it would be difficult to capture the opportunity to return the power to the origin at this moment. Only when you determine that the other party's origin must exist in this area and covered and monitored within a small area, then there would be a chance to completely destroy the other party. Fong Ping glanced at him and smiled. "Senior, have you already determined the area?" Emperor West smiled and said nothing. Nonsense. Of course he had. If he had not, he would not have said those things. "Where is it? The weather is so good today." Fong Ping raised his eyebrows. It seemed that this old guy was unwilling to say. Emperor West was also very helpless. Fong Ping, you know your own business. If I really told you, would this Tao still fall into my hands? You are right. If I want to escape, then I have to use Tao. Use Emperor Nan's Tao to fill the hole I left behind. If you take it away, I'm afraid I won't have a share. Let's not beat around the bush. I won't let Emperor Nan resurrect. If there is a chance, he will turn on you and me. But if you want to take away the Tao, then it is obvious that you are not sincere in cooperating. Then, wouldn't my efforts be in vain? Fong Ping wanted to say more, but old Zhang continued. Senior is right. However, if we find it ourselves, then don't blame us for not keeping our promise. Emperor West said carelessly, Of course. You found it? You just came? Can you lock down the area in such a big place? Emperor Nan was killed, and his power returned instantly. He had already locked down a small area. In the blink of an eye, he seized the Tao and left quietly. Where are you going to find it? If he dared to cooperate, of course, he was fully prepared. Moreover, he had been targeting Emperor Nan for so many years. How could he not know Emperor Nan better than you? At this time, old Zhang thought for a while and asked, I heard that Heavenly King subduing has also taken root in the source of the Tao. Him? Emperor West smiled and said, He survived. Not to mention, if it weren't for Zhang's interference last time, his 3 gates would have been broken, and he would have taken root and condensed the origin. At that time, someone might have attacked him. In the end, half of his Tao was inside, and the other half was outside. He had not completely condensed the Tao fruit. This is the materialization of the origin. We also call it the Tao fruit. If this fruit is not ripe, there is no way to help us fill the hole. Moreover, it is not condensed, and it is difficult to find. If he had taken root in that day, I'm afraid he would have died. Fong Ping and old Zhang were slightly stunned. So, dangerous? No wonder Heavenly King subduing said that he had been tricked. In that case, that time when the Emperor left the 3 gates, it might really be to trick him. After all, before this, Heavenly King subduing had begun to try to break the 3 gates, and the Emperor knew. After entering the mystic realm, would Heavenly King subduing not break the Real gate if he seized the opportunity? Heavenly King subduing cursed last time, saying that there were too many schemers. He probably realized it and almost lost his life. How could he not curse? Fong Ping said in a low voice. In that case, he has also fallen into the trap. Can killing an emperor help him escape? Of course. Emperor West looked at him strangely and said, There are a total of 9 emperors. Even if you include Do, there are only 10. Do you think it is so easy to kill the emperor? Is killing an emperor that easy? He said it like it was a game. Killing an emperor helped Heavenly King subduing escape. Why don't you just kill Celestial Emperor and the 9 emperors? Fong Ping squinted and smiled. Is it difficult? After killing Emperor Nan, I'll try again. Emperor West did not dissuade him. It was up to you. Just kill Emperor Nan. Anyway, I only need an emperor's path. It was not bad for you to die, lest you cause trouble for me. But soon, Emperor West's eyelids twitched. Fong Ping, Zhang Tao, and the cat, 2 people and 1 cat, all had a strange look in their eyes. Emperor West turned his head and thought, who should he kill? If Emperor Nan died, the easiest ones to kill were, of course, the Beast Emperor and him. But he also said that the Beast Emperor might be targeted. After all, the Beast Emperor was the key to the Demon Clan's Tao. Who else would be easy to kill? Himself. Emperor West's expression changed again and again. He laughed dryly and said, Don't mess around. We're all in the same group. If you find others to cooperate with, you might be swallowed whole. I'm different. If you don't trust me, then go to Emperor West's palace and capture that kid Celestial Polarity. Don't worry. Our cooperation is unbreakable. Fong Ping curled his lips. You're really good at selling your son. Not continuing this topic, Fong Ping said, I know about Emperor Nan's vitality restoration skill. At a critical moment, vitality and mentality transform into force. Even if it can't be maintained for a long time, he may become stronger. It's very difficult to kill him, and he may even die. Are there any weaknesses that we can use to break through them? Weakness? Emperor West pondered and said, to put it bluntly, emperors are considered omnipotent. The weakness is not too obvious. At most, there will be some deviation in strength, but the deviation will not be too big. If you want to kill him, I'm afraid you can only do it by force. Of course, his mentality is still slightly weaker. He knows the vitality restoration skill. His physique and vitality are not weak, but his mentality is slightly weaker. Of course, this is only relatively speaking. According to your classification, his mentality is also above 200,000 Hz mentality suppression, then forcefully attack his physique. This should be the easiest. Fong Ping frowned. Emperors were indeed difficult to deal with. He thought for a while and said, my chaos-vanquishing saber slashes people and slashes Daos. Can it slash his physique and break his Daos at the same time? Chaos-vanquishing saber? You mean the 9 Emperor's seal? Emperor West thought for a while and said, I'm afraid not. This thing was actually created by us. Back then, we worked together to create this. The 9 Emperor's seal is considered a good weapon. It's mainly because it incorporates some origin stars fragments, so it can slash Daos. It's fine for ordinary people, but it's not very effective against emperors. Otherwise, we wouldn't have dared to create this back then. Emperors have incorporated origin stars fragments, so the effect of your chaos-vanquishing saber will be much weaker against emperors. It's not very obvious. Fong Ping was a little disappointed. In fact, he had also guessed it. This thing was jointly forged by the 9 emperors. Of course, he heard that the Celestial Emperor also had a hand in it. However, if a weapon could kill emperors, he was afraid that the emperors themselves would not dare to give this thing away. However, the chaos-vanquishing saber is sharp enough. That's enough. Emperor West explained, the emperor's physique is very strong. His jade bones have been successfully forged. Although it's not as good as the Celestial Emperor's jade bones, it's difficult for ordinary divine weapons to cut it. The chaos-vanquishing saber can slash flesh. It's already considered the top weapon in the 3 realms. As long as you can slash his physique, Emperor Nan is dead. Zhang Tao thought for a while and said, kill Emperor Nan within 3 minutes. If we can't kill him, Emperor Nan won't let us retreat. How can we escape then? Emperor West was asked. How would I know? You're being held back. You're dead. That's your business. Why are you asking me? Zhang Tao smiled and said, I don't believe that Senior has no confidence at all after planning for so many years. We can only count it as a coincidence. Without us, I'm afraid Senior will also attack. If that's the case, Senior must have a foolproof plan. Senior, working together will benefit both sides. You know this too. There are some things that I hope Senior can give us some pointers. Emperor West was even more helpless. After a while, he said, if you fail to kill Emperor Nan, you can try and persuade him to join forces to kill the Beast Emperor. This way, he might be tempted. Of course, there's also a chance that he won't. This depends on luck. If you're lucky, he might be willing to cooperate. If you're unlucky, you'll be blocked. Even if you drag me down with you, you're dead. I'll just be one more person to die. After saying that, he added, it's just in case. In fact, the possibility of him agreeing is not high. Your reputation, cough, really stinks. Emperor West shrugged. I'm serious. Based on the experience of Fong Ping and the others, they killed their collaborator easily. Who would dare to really believe them? Of course, cooperating with them was also based on a certain degree of confidence. Fong Ping was too lazy to say anything more. He said quickly, then, Senior, please break this place immediately. We want to integrate the star fragments. Right, before that, can we break some mentality doors? Yes, but not too many people. If there are too many, there will be movement in the immortal source. Emperor West said in a low voice, if there's movement in the immortal source, then tell everyone that you're here. If you really come to the source, do you think everyone will be on guard against you? If it's less than 5 people, I can still cover it up a little. If it's more than 5, I'm afraid I can't. 5 people? Zhang Tao frowned. This was too little. Emperor West said again. Besides, Celestial Pole is also one of them. Fong Ping glanced at him. Emperor West chuckled. In the past, breaking 8 was very troublesome. Now, there are many breaking 8. Not many people will care. Besides, Celestial Pole is low-key. He won't tell anyone that he broke 8. Not many people pay attention to him. It's not a big deal. Fong Ping said lightly, "Think about it carefully. Your son broke 8. Do you think others will suspect you if they find out?" Emperor West was still taking a risk by letting Celestial Pole break 8. Why did Fong Ping and the others help Celestial Pole break mentality doors? As long as the Emperor found out, they might guess that this was done by Emperor West. The mentality seed was Emperor West's arrangement. Emperor West chuckled. "It's fine. Celestial Pole is low-key. It's fine. There were benefits to being low-key. That was to not attract attention. Celestial Pole was really low-key. He broke 8. Would he dare to tell others? He would not dare to. About the wind and cloud list, it's fine." Emperor West laughed. "I said I can cover it up a little and confuse the immortal source. Even if that guy judges the strength through the immortal source, it's not like I can't stop his prying. He might not be able to break through. Besides, even if he can, he won't dare to make a big commotion if it's too big." That's good. Fong Ping did not care about this. He was thinking about who to help break the mentality doors. There were still 4 places left. Too few. There were too many people who needed to break the doors. Now, there was no way to break the doors in large numbers. Otherwise, it would easily cause a riot in the immortal source. The seed here did not completely steal the Tao. It was just a copy. If there was a big commotion here, the immortal source would also have a big commotion. Old Zhang glanced at Fong Ping, then at the cat. He asked, "Is Heavenly Dog reliable?" The cat said hurriedly, "Big Dog is very reliable. If Big Dog broke the mentality door, that would be breaking 9. The cat still wanted to fight for some benefits for Big Dog. "Then count Heavenly Dog in," Zhang Tao said again. "Heavenly Dog, Li Jun, you choose the remaining 2. Fong Ping pondered and said quickly, "War King, Jiang Hao." Zhang Tao looked at him. "I thought you would choose Wu Quishan." Wu Quishan had also reached Emperor level, although he was still quite a distance away from Heavenly King. Fong Ping smiled and did not care. "If I choose, of course I'll choose someone who is close to Heavenly King. Old Wu is still quite far away. Even if he breaks the door now, he won't be able to break 8. Why bother? Besides, Wang Ruobing still has a chance. If she breaks the vitality door, she can still break 8. Among the 5 of them, Heavenly Dog and Celestial Pole were not humans. The remaining 3 were all saints. Once they reached Heavenly King, they might be able to break 8 soon. This way, the human strength would skyrocket. Should we give Lindsay, Heavenly Wood, and Dragon Transformation a chance? Zhang Tao looked at Fong Ping. These 3 cooperated with the human race and formed an alliance. They had contributed greatly previously. Now they could not give up on them just because they suspected that they might turn to the Emperor at the last moment. These 3 were all Heavenly Kings. Lindsay was a Heavenly King who broke 7. If she could break the door, Lindsay could reach 8 very quickly. This was much more reliable than War King and the rest. Fong Ping pondered for a while, looked at Emperor West and said, "Then add Lindsay. This is her origin. I think it shouldn't be difficult to add her, right? If it doesn't work, we'll kick Celestial Pole out." Emperor West was speechless. He said it as if Celestial Pole was his man. He looked so selfless. He was his son. 6 people? That's fine too. Those few are very weak. It won't affect much. He was talking about War King and the rest. They were very weak. Even if the door was broken now, these few would not walk toward the door. Naturally, they would not receive the feedback of the door being broken. Then it would not cause too much of a commotion. Who knew how long it would take for them to break 8? Then add a few more. Emperor West wanted to curse. He had said the wrong thing. This Fong Ping guy was insatiable. No, if I add more people, it will definitely attract attention. 6 is the limit. Add 1 more. Fong Ping said firmly. Those few are not Heavenly Kings. Since it won't cause much of a commotion, adding 1 more will definitely not be a problem. Emperor West's teeth were aching. Who else? Wu Quishan, just Emperor levels. Fong Ping still added Old Wu. Old Wu was MCMAU's vice-chancellor. The old vice-chancellor had always followed Fong Ping and the others on expeditions. Old Man Li did not need to break the door. As for the others, they were still weak now. There was no need to consider breaking the door. Wu Quishan was already emperor level. Now that the human race had revived, he might be able to reach Saint Realm very soon. Heavenly King Realm. Fong Ping still felt that he had to help him break the mentality door. This door was actually the most difficult to break. Hearing that it was emperor level, Emperor West felt a lot more at ease. Seeing that, Fong Ping was about to speak again. Emperor West's expression changed drastically, hurriedly showing a troubled expression. I can't add any more. If I add any more, it will definitely cause a commotion. Fong Ping was a little unwilling, but after thinking about it, forget it. It would be the same if he went to the immortal origin next time. There was no hurry. Moreover, Wang Ruobing and Moon Spirit also had doors that could be broken. It was the same. Emperor West breathed a sigh of relief. He glanced at this origin, a little reluctant. Back then, he had spent a lot of effort to get it. He was prepared to be his biggest backup. Unfortunately, now that someone had broken in, plus Spirit Emperor and the others had been watching and searching, Lin Zi's side had been exposed, making him a little hesitant. One could not catch the wolf without risking the child. Thinking of this, Emperor West gritted his teeth and did it. If it was broken, so be it. If he killed Emperor Nan, it would be the same with or without this. The next moment, the big planet shook. Emperor West growled, "You guys go and break the door now. I will help you cover your movements. You must be fast." Fong Ping did not delay, saying quickly, "Move. Put the celestial pole last." Emperor West rolled his eyes. "Really, do I know how to pretend that I can't hold on? I won't. Why must you put the celestial pole last? Who are you looking down on?" Fong Ping and the others could not be bothered with him. They quickly broke those honeycomb holes. Previously, they had found some people's passageways. Otherwise, they would not have reported these people's names. Soon, Fong Ping followed the holes and moved forward. The first one was Warlord. Fong Ping moved forward quickly. Soon, an illusory door appeared in front of him. Fong Ping threw a punch, but it did not cause much movement. Fong Ping understood in an instant. His mentality erupted. With a rumble, the mentality that had changed qualitatively was extremely powerful. In an instant, the door was broken. Earth! Warlord's mentality suddenly shook, a little dizzy. What happened? Why did he feel that his mentality had become stronger? Without thinking too much, Warlord continued his closed-door training. He kept feeling like someone had kicked him. Fong Ping and the others quickly broke those doors. On the Tengu's side, it was the most obvious. On the Tengu's side, the cat was in charge of breaking the door. The cat broke the door with one claw. On the other side of the door, there was actually a little Tengu. At this moment, a dog and a cat looked at each other, both looking curious. The Tengu soon realized something and was dumbfounded. Did it really succeed? The dumb cat actually helped him break the door. "Big dog, be quiet. Don't move." Having said that, the cat threatened again. "Don't break 9 now, or else I'll poke you to death." This cat is leaving. In an instant, the cat disappeared. The Tengu's face was blank. The dumb cat threatened me. But the dumb cat was really good. She actually helped me break the door. I didn't protect this dumb cat for nothing back then. The people who had their doors broken more or less had some reaction. At this moment, in West Palace, the Celestial Pole had already accepted his title of breaking 7 first and could not be bothered anymore. At this moment, he did not cultivate at all. When he had nothing to do, he played chess and drank a cup of tea. This kind of life was quite good. However, at this moment, the teacup in the Celestial Pole's hand suddenly shattered. His mentality suddenly skyrocketed. The Celestial Pole was beyond dumbfounded. My gate of void was broken? How was that possible? Mother Asterisk Kerr, how is that possible? The Celestial Pole was really shocked. I'm not cultivating anymore. I'm sitting at home and drinking tea. How could this work? Could it be that a cup of tea could break the door? Was it that simple? I'll break 8 if I go a little further? The Celestial Pole was really shocked. What was this? Could it be that he had to lie down until he broke 8 first? It couldn't be. The door of spiritual awareness was the most difficult to break. How many people were stuck on it for their entire lives? His spiritual awareness was not his forte. So why did he suddenly break the door? He could not reach the door, but he could sense that it was not far away. He knew that his door of spiritual awareness had been broken. The celestial pole really could not understand. At the same time, he had a face of sorrow. I'm not cultivating anymore. Could it be that I'll break 2 or 3 in a few days? After breaking 3, I'll break 9. At that time, if you say you don't participate in the battle, who will believe you? You're a broken 9 if you don't have any ideas. Who will believe you? If you don't have a plot and secretly cultivate to break 9, who will believe you? If you say you'll break the door after drinking a cup of tea, who will believe you? Do you really think others are idiots? But this is really the case. The celestial pole's face was ashen. Am I destined to not be able to escape this calamity? At this moment, the celestial pole really wanted to cry. He, who had broken 7 first, could not understand how he could break 7 first. Now he was actually about to break 8. Should he just become an emperor in a few days? No one could understand the celestial pole's sorrow. In this era, who did not want to become stronger? Those who did not want to become stronger were probably only celestial pole among the heavenly kings. At this moment, Fong Ping and the others were not in the mood to pay attention to these things. Accompanied by a muffled sound, the stars shattered. At this moment, more than 10 pieces of ores appeared. The moment they appeared, Emperor West's heart ached immensely. The star's origin fragment. He had only obtained this after risking his life in the origin many times. Now it was going to benefit these bastards. Chapter 1430. Rumble. The origin expanded again. Fong Ping did not expect the effect of the star fragments to be so good. At this moment, the origin world was expanding and solidifying. Even if Fong Ping had laid the soil before and felt extremely solidified, only now did Fong Ping truly feel at ease. Yes, steadiness. The sense of steadiness with one's feet on the ground. It was not the feeling of floating like stepping on clouds and mist. This was the origin fragment. A fragment not only expanded Fong Ping's origin world a lot, but even those cities and those people had become real. Is this the real origin? Fong Ping could not imagine how strong the entire star was back then. Yet, Celestial Emperor chose to shatter the origin. Why did he shatter it? Did he borrow power? He had seen the scene of Celestial Emperor's transcendence. Celestial Emperor felt that the origin was borrowing power, not his own power. So he exploded the star and returned the power to himself. Did that mean that Celestial Emperor absorbed the power of the origin? A small piece of the star fragment had brought great help to Fong Ping. How strong was the entire star? Fong Ping was shocked. While shocked, he continued to devour the star fragments. There were a total of 12 fragments about the same size. In the blink of an eye, Fong Ping consumed a piece. He opened his eyes shining brightly. At this moment, his origin body actually showed signs of solidifying. Looking at Emperor West, Fong Ping glanced at the tiger eyeing its prey cat. He was tired. I asked you to keep an eye on Emperor West, but you turned into a tiger and dozed off. Is this what you call staring at? Is this enough to deter Emperor West? You can't scare people just because you're a tiger. Okay, this cat is really unreliable. How many fragments can let Heavenly King and the rest enter the origin ground? Emperor West thought for a while and said, if his origin body enters, 2 pieces are enough. If you add in the beginner body, 1 piece is enough for a beginner body to break through peak 8. This thing can also be used by beginner martial artists. So if everyone wants to enter, then 3 pieces. Fong Ping calculated in his heart. For pieces, Heavenly King's beginner body might have broken through 9 or close to it. At least 2 pieces. Broken 9, 2 pieces. Heavenly King needed at least 4 pieces. What about the cat? Cat? Emperor West glanced at the cat and was speechless. I'm afraid this lazy cat's consumption is not low, maybe 3 pieces. Meow. The cat called out. Emperor, she smiled and said, It's a waste to give this cat away. It's better to let its origin body participate in the battle. The difference isn't that big. Meow. The cat was dissatisfied. It opened its jaws wide. Fong Ping could not tell if it was going to eat him or if it was yawning. Fong Ping felt that it was more likely that it was yawning. 3 yuan. Would 2 pieces of the Heavenly King Crusader's origin body be enough? Alright, let's say it's enough. That was 7 yuan. Where is Old Zhang? If it's a martial king, 1 should be enough. 8 yuan. Fong Ping calculated again. The subduing Heavenly King, the old cat, and Old Zhang all wanted $8. Was there a need for anyone else to enter? Study boy. The errand boy might also need 2 or 3 pieces. 2 pieces would be used to break the 9th floor. If 1 broke the 9th floor, he might need more. The errand boy might also need 3 pieces. 11 yuan. Even he wouldn't have enough. Fong Ping frowned and looked at Emperor West. Not enough. 12 pieces of the debris of the stars are not enough for our people to enter. Emperor West was speechless. Isn't that enough? Kid, do you know how many years it took me to collect these 12 pieces? Let's put it this way. On average, I could find 1 piece every 1,000 years. After I became an emperor, I spent more than 10,000 years to collect these pieces. If you still think it's not enough, I can't help it. Under normal circumstances, 2 pieces are enough for someone who has just broken the 9th floor. It's enough for 6 people who have broken the 9th floor to enter. How many more do you need? Fong Ping said mildly. I'm not an ordinary broken 9. I'm not weaker than you emperors. 3 or 4 pieces is normal. I think 4 pieces is about right. Heavenly King Crusader, the cat, at least 6 pieces. Didn't I say that I have the support of a broken 9? Then, do you think 12 pieces is enough? Emperor West was tired. He smiled and said, Do you really have other broken 9 behind you? Of course. Who? Guess. Guess your ass. Emperor West cursed silently. If he could guess, why would he need to ask him? He really could not. He had gone through all the powerhouses in the past and felt that there was no one who could do this. Hong Kuan and the others were being watched. Not counting the beginners. Who else could break the 9th floor among the powerhouses of origin? None. He really could not think of it. He even suspected that Fong Ping was lying to him. However, he actually knew about Daoist Fingyun's ranking list. Could that guy be wrong too? If he was not wrong, then there really was a broken 9. Who was it? Could it be Qin Fengqing, who slashed? He was a little suspicious. Could Qin Fengqing and that person have overlapped? However, if Fong Ping did not say it, he was too lazy to guess anymore. He frowned slightly and said, If 12 pieces is not enough, then I can't help it. It's too much. Don't tell me you want me to rob other emperors now? Fong Ping sneered. This place has been built for thousands of years, right? These things are from the past. In these thousands of years, didn't Senior have any storage? Emperor West's head hurt. He coughed dryly and said, This thing is also helpful to us. If we have it, we'll naturally absorb it. Who would keep it? That's hard to say. Fong Ping laughed. Everyone has a limit. It's impossible to absorb without limit, right? I haven't reached my limit yet. Give me another 3 pieces. Fong Ping said seriously, The stronger we are, the greater the chance of killing Emperor Nan. Senior, you don't want to waste these 12 pieces of the debris of the stars, do you? He had already given 12 pieces. Would he be short of these 3 pieces? If he failed, he would have nothing left. Emperor West gritted his teeth. He felt that he should not have cooperated with Fong Ping. He had not even started and he was already bleeding again and again. 3 pieces is too much. Forget it then. Big cat, you have nothing. I'll try when the time comes. If I can't kill him, I'll retreat. Meow. The cat did not care. So be it. Emperor West took a deep breath. He had entered a wolf's den. After a while, he gritted his teeth and said, All right, I'll give it. But let's make it clear. If I fail this time, I can't get out. When the time comes, the human world will be my only hope. I won't be lenient. If he got out, the human world was not his only hope. If he did not get out, that was his only hope. When that time came, Emperor West would not be lenient. That was impossible. Let's put it bluntly first. After paying such a huge price and failing in the end, he would definitely deal with the humans next. Fong Ping raised his eyebrows. We'll see. I don't want to fail either. If I really fail and you want to deal with the humans, I can't do anything about it. Then we'll meet on the battlefield. Emperor West did not waste any more words. He threw 3 pieces of starstones to him. Fong Ping asked, "How do we give them to Heavenly King Garrison and the others?" "Simple. Let the cat go back and send them. Lindsay's origin passageway is not completely broken yet. Now, the cat will go back and send it back, then come back. If the passageway is broken, it will directly enter from the door. If it is not broken, it will directly come here. Then how do we enter with our real bodies?" "Just materialize," Emperor West said quickly. "Use the starstones. If it's enough for you to materialize into the origin, your real body can appear in the origin world. If the origin world can appear here, naturally, your real body can descend." Fong Ping nodded. This was much simpler. The cat, on the other hand, had a bitter look on its face. It still had to go back and send things. Xiaozi's origin world passageway was broken. It still had to fly here. It was so far. How troublesome. After arranging everything, Fong Ping was not in a hurry to let the cat send the starstones. He continued to absorb them himself. Of the 15 fragments, he only let the cat bring back 7 pieces. Heavenly King subduing and the boy's servant divided them. Old Zhang only needed 1 piece. The cat had 3 pieces. Fong Ping could use 4 pieces himself. As for whether it was enough, it should be enough. 1 fragment was consumed. 2 fragments were consumed. 3 fragments. When 3 fragments were consumed, Fong Ping suddenly felt that his origin body and his real body could vaguely sense each other. He felt that he could materialize his real body. However, Fong Ping was not in a hurry to materialize his real body. He used another fragment. The origin world was still changing rapidly. Rumble. The origin world was extremely real at this moment. In the next moment, in the Hall of Myriad Origins, Fong Ping's real body suddenly disappeared into thin air. In the Hall of Myriad Origins, Heavenly King's subduing expression changed slightly. The God Creation Envoy was also surprised. Then, he could not help but say, "He got the star fragments? He just went in, right? Isn't this too fast?" Fong Ping seemed to have just entered it. Now his real body had actually disappeared. Disappeared instead of being shattered. This meant that Fong Ping's real body was fine. He should have entered the origin. That meant that Fong Ping might have gotten the star fragments. Heavenly King subduing nodded slightly. He was also surprised. Did he pick up a treasure when he went in? This thing was really rare. Those who had not been to the origin could hardly get it. Then, those who had been to the origin were the emperors. The emperors in the origin did not mean that they could do whatever they wanted. The origin was very complicated and dangerous. Even the emperors did not dare to wander around. If they got it, the emperors themselves needed it and would absorb it. The star fragments of the origin did not seem to have the experience of wandering outside. Even he, Heavenly King subduing, had not seen this thing before. Now, Fong Ping's real body had actually disappeared. Did he get something good when he went in? Heavenly King subduing was a little envious. Although he had also entered the origin and rooted in the origin, he had only gone to take a look the last time. Very soon, he was shot by Heavenly Emperor. He did not have time to look for this thing at all. As Heavenly King subduing was speaking, suddenly, the cat's body trembled. In the next moment, the big cat opened its eyes. A few fragments appeared in its claws. It threw them to Heavenly King subduing and said hurriedly, "The liar said that he's going to do something big. He wants you to quickly materialize your real body and enter the origin. There's no need to guard the door anymore. Bring this guy and enter the origin with me. We're going to do a big deal." Silence. Heavenly King subduing was stunned. Was it appropriate for the plan to change so suddenly? What kind of big deal was this? Holding the star fragments in his hand, his face was blank. He had a feeling that he was really going to do something big this time. Fong Ping materialized his real body and left. This was not enough. He actually wanted him to materialize his real body and enter. Was he not afraid of being caught in one fell swoop? The cat ignored him and shook its mentality. In the next moment, Book Fragrance heard a voice in the dark. The liar asked me to give you a few fragments. Materialize your real body and go to the origin with me. But you have to hide in my cat's world. As it spoke, the cat said with grievance, the liar said it's very dangerous. If you kill me, he'll kill you and old Wong. He'll dig up that blood-red guy's grave. Anyway, he's threatening you. Don't bully me. Book Fragrance was speechless. This cat, you're really direct. Kill old Wong? Book Fragrance couldn't help but laugh. Really? He'd been here for a while. Fong Ping and Wang Jinyang had a good relationship. Of course, he could see this. Would Fong Ping kill Wang Jinyang? But Fong Ping did have some ability. Book Fragrance was still a little shocked. A person's origin world was said to be the most important defensive weakness. The key to daring to let him hide in the cat's world was not because of himself, but because Fong Ping could actually convince the cat to agree. The cat was not a fool. If he agreed, it meant that he trusted Fong Ping enough and felt that even if he let him in, it would not cause trouble. Or, as the cat said, if something happened to the cat, Fong Ping would definitely kill him and dig up Zhang Tiany's grave. Book Fragrance laughed and said, the king's way of asking for help is unique. Threatening me? Aren't you afraid that I won't agree? No way. The liar said that this time, he wants to kill Emperor Nan, kill the real Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan attacked your master back then. If you're not willing to take revenge, then it means that what you said before was false. The cat said proudly, if you're lying, then I'll take the opportunity to see you clearly, lest you go back on your word in the future. Book Fragrance laughed again and said quickly, okay, but Jun and I have left. Then the human world. It's okay, the others won't dare to come. As for the others, it's okay too. Our real bodies have run away. They can't kill our real bodies. Who would dare to rebel against the liar? The cat did not think much of it. Fong Ping and the others had run away. Their real bodies were not here. If those people were not dead, who would dare to rebel? Unless they were sure that they were almost dead. Therefore, there was not much risk. Hurry up, I'm also going to materialize my real body and enter the source. The cat also began to quickly refine the starstones. Of course, Heavenly King, Subduing, and Book Fragrance knew that it was very dangerous. If their real bodies entered the source and the emperors were there, would it be dangerous? Even if it was, they still had to go. Heavenly King Subduing had no choice. That kid acted first and reported later. They had to go. On the other hand, Book Fragrance heard the news of killing Emperor Nan. Revenge. Emperor Nan was indeed part of the siege. He did not have a chance before, but now, the chance had come. He did not expect the opportunity to come so soon. He thought that he would have to wait until the final battle to take revenge, but now the opportunity had come in advance. If that was the case, of course, he had to go, even if it was extremely dangerous. But the king, Martial King, Heavenly King Subduing, and the cat were all there. What was there for him to worry about? If these people were all dead, where would he go to take revenge? Without them, he was alone and weak. How could he hope to kill the emperors? Therefore, this was an opportunity. Book Fragrance no longer hesitated and quickly began to refine the starstones. After about 10 minutes, Heavenly King Subduing's body trembled slightly. He nodded at the cat with a smile on his face, looking satisfied. However, the cat looked at him strangely. This old man was so powerful. Fong Ping brought back 7 fragments, gave 3 to Book Fragrance, and gave him 4. In the end, this old man refined 4 pieces. He did not know if it was used to increase his strength or if he needed for pieces to materialize. It seemed like he only materialized 1 real body. The beginner martial body seemed to be useless. At this time, Heavenly King Subduing also split into 2. The beginner martial body disappeared in an instant. It seemed like it was hiding. It was unknown if it was worried that both bodies would die. The cat bared its teeth. What a coward! In the next moment, in the void, Book Fragrance's body trembled. Then it quickly broke through the air. Without anyone noticing, It entered the cat's mouth in the blink of an eye. In the crowd, the God creation envoy suddenly glanced at the cat. The others had weak mentality and might not have noticed it, but he sensed it. A breakthrough 9. It was definitely a breakthrough 9. A breakthrough 9 had entered the cat's source. This guy Fong Ping was really hiding a breakthrough 9. The God creation envoy cursed in his heart. Old Devil Jun must have known that Fong Ping and the others were hiding it from him. He really did not know who it was. Old man, let's go. The passageway is almost broken. If it's broken, we can't go. If we can't go, we have to go through the door. It's very dangerous, the cat urged. Heavenly King subduing did not delay. His body quickly disappeared and directly entered Lin Zi's source. The cat also disappeared quickly. This time his body disappeared too. The remaining people all wore solemn expressions. Heavenly King subduing left. The Martial King's body suddenly disappeared too. Fong Ping too. The cat too. These were the top combat strength of the human race. Now they had all entered the source. What did Fong Ping want to do? Could it be that he wanted to kill the emperor? Was he going to carry out the decisive battle at the source in advance? In such a short time, what happened at the source? Where did Fong Ping get so many star stones? And the God creation envoy sensed Book Fragrance's departure. His heart was even more solemn. Not so many people. There was still a breakthrough 9, adding Fong Ping and the cat. There were 4 breakthrough 9 combat strength. And the Martial King. 5 top powerhouses disappeared. He knew. Naturally, Old Wang also knew that Book Fragrance had left. Glancing at Ironhead and Old Yao, Old Wang's expression was solemn. He nodded slightly, signaling the two of them to be careful. The source might be in big trouble. So many people went in, they could not be there to watch the show. A great war might break out. In the source, the cat and the others had not arrived yet. Fong Ping closed his eyes to feel his changes. For pieces of the debris of the stars. It did not help much in other aspects. However, the source world had expanded. Wealth, 480 billion points vitality. 5 million calories, 27. 5 million mentality. 0 hertz, 225,000 hertz. Force, 2250 original, 45 million calories vitality. Source world, 6,500 meters. The source had expanded to 1,900 meters. This was the effect of the 4 pieces of debris. It was very strong. Because Fong Ping had materialized his real body, he had consumed a lot of energy. Even so, it had still expanded to 1,900 meters. It was beyond imagination. Only 4 pieces. Fong Ping was a little regretful. Previously, he should have absorbed all of it and not distributed it to the others. This way, maybe he alone would be enough. Then, he would be stronger, and it would be easier for him to obtain the fragments. Unfortunately, he did not expect the effect to be so good. When he absorbed the first piece, because the materialization of his real body had consumed a lot of energy, Fong Ping did not improve much. He only knew that the effect was not bad. Who knew that the effect of the 4th piece was so amazing? Fong Ping quickly began to change his combat strength. Very soon, his combat strength began to change. Wealth, 480 billion points vitality. 0 million calories, 25 million mentality. 0 hertz, 250,000 hertz. Force, 2,500 original, 50 million calories vitality. Jade bones, 99%. Additional vitality qualitative change. Origin world, 6,500 meters origin amplification. Pseudo path, 30%. Combat techniques. Chaos vanquishing saber techniques, plus 18%. Power mastery, 99% limit outburst. 732600000 cal /7400000 cal, the limit of 74 million calories. The main path was broken by another 100 meters. Now, there was only a 30% amplification. Even so, it had still reached the terrifying figure of 74 million. Debris of the stars. At this moment, Fong Ping was tempted. Perhaps he did not need to borrow the help of the main path anymore. After this, he would obtain some more fragments to expand the source. After that, he would seal the source. Fong Ping felt that his strength would increase tremendously. As for Tian Chen's main path, he would just return it to him. Now, he was not interested in it. Just as he was thinking about this, the void trembled. In the next moment, Song Mao and Heavenly King Garrison arrived. At this moment, the source trembled slightly. The Emperor God's voice suddenly spread in all directions, bellowing. The gate of spiritual consciousness trembled again. Celeste, you go and guard the 3 gates. Song Mao and the others had just walked through the passageway that Lindsay had built previously. Emperor West had secretly done it. Today they walked back and forth a few times. The tremors were continuous. The Emperor God still sensed the changes. At this moment his tone was solemn. He dared not delay and immediately ordered Emperor West to guard the 3 gates. Emperor West was not flustered. His body near Fong Ping and the others did not move. In the distance, however, a voice exploded, saying weakly, "This old man's injuries are not light. If Brother Celestial is worried, you can go and guard the 3 gates yourself. Anyway, the 3 gates do not belong to this old man alone. I don't know who has secretly made arrangements in the 3 gates. This will disrupt other people's plans. What if they attack this old man? This old man's strength is not enough. I won't interfere. You guys can do whatever you want." There was silence everywhere. Emperor West's words made everyone speechless. This fellow, he rejected it directly. Whoever wanted to go could go, but he was not going. At this moment, another voice was heard, laughing. "Brother Celestial, are you not giving Celestial face? Aren't you afraid that Celestial will cause trouble for you?" Emperor Nan. In the next moment, a more domineering voice was heard. "Celestial, the gate of spiritual consciousness has trembled a few times. Will it be okay?" "Emperor," she said lazily, "that's also their business. Who knows who has secretly made a backup plan in the 3 gates? Now that I'm there, I've interfered with their plans. Whether or not they found the backup plan, they'll think that I've found it. When I go back, I won't be able to explain myself. What if they plot against me? The 2 of you better ignore them and focus on suppressing the turbulence in your source lands. End the suppression as soon as possible and leave the source lands. Let them do whatever they want." After hearing this, Emperor Nan and the Beast Emperor felt that it made sense. "That's right. We still don't know who set this up. If you find out, it will be very troublesome. Do you want to expose this? If you don't find out, it will also be troublesome. The other party will think that you have found out, but in fact, you don't know anything at all. You might as well leave it alone." The Beast Emperor thought for a moment and said, "Could it be that Fong Ping and the others have come in? If they have come in, then so be it." Emperor West disagreed. "If the Origin has entered, even if Fong Ping has the combat strength of Ji, Hong, and the others, his Origin body can't fight us. If he really has that strength, he won't look for us. Isn't it better to look for Ji? That guy is in the immortal source land." Emperor West laughed. "So, even if Fong Ping comes, there's nothing to worry about. Just be careful. Don't let him disturb the source lands. Guard the problem of your own Origin yourself, lest others take advantage of the chaos and create more chaos. When that happens, it will be even more troublesome." "That's true." Emperor Nan agreed and said no more. Soon, his mentality retreated and disappeared into the void. The Beast Emperor did the same. Emperor West was right. If Fong Ping and the others were really that powerful, they might as well look for the Emperor. Why would they enter the source lands? If they were not that powerful, then there was no need to worry. It was best to guard their own land. In case Fong Ping really came and you were not around, if he caused trouble and the others ignored you, he might make a mess of your territory. Fong Ping could not help but look at Emperor West beside him and give him a thumbs up. "You're good. You're actually the military advisor among the 3. From the 2 of them asking, you knew that Emperor West might play the role of military advisor. In the end, this guy actually betrayed Emperor Nan. No, he actually befriended Emperor Nan and the Beast Emperor. Damn, he's not a good person. He probably had his eyes on the 2 of them for a long time. Who asked them to be weak? Who else would Emperor West target if not them? This guy was really too black-hearted." Emperor West cupped his hands and smiled, his face full of modesty. "You flatter me." Seeing that Jun had also come, Emperor West smiled and said, "Brother Jun, I won't participate in the specific matters. I'm afraid Huang won't leave now. He will hide in his own territory. Everyone be careful. As long as you can kill him quickly, the rest will not be a problem." After the previous words were said, Emperor Nim would obviously not leave anymore. He would not guard the 3 gates. Not even the Beast Emperor. This was an opportunity. Heavenly King Jun looked at Fong Ping. Fong Ping nodded slightly. Old Zhang wanted to speak, but Fong Ping hurriedly said, "Don't go. It's useless even if you go. It's better to look for treasures in the source lands." "It's okay." Old Zhang looked at the cat. "I'll go to your cat world. If there's really trouble, cut off your path for survival." He would not be of much help if he went, but his only use was also very important. He could provide a path for Fong Ping. This was his role. If he did not go, Fong Ping would not be able to turn the situation around when he encountered danger. With a path for Emperor, Fong Ping had hope of turning the situation around. This was why he had to go. Fong Ping also knew that he could not persuade him, so he stopped and nodded. The cat did not stand on ceremony and swallowed Old Zhang in one gulp. Emperor West watched in amazement. This cat ate anyone now. Was he not afraid that others would do something to him? A group of insidious and cunning fellows. They did not guard against their own people. It had to be said that it was somewhat strange. Logically speaking, with these people's insidious attitudes, their own people should not even fully believe them. Fong Ping could not be bothered to look at him. He exhaled and asked, "Just dive and float? Will the other party sense it if I break through a world? The source lands are very big. It's not that easy to sense." "That's good," Fong Ping said seriously. "Senior, if you want to destroy it, then destroy it directly. Today, I want to see the 3 realms shake. If the Tao is not destroyed, it will not shake. When that time comes, don't blame me for not doing my best." "Don't worry." Emperor West was full of confidence. There would be no problem. Fong Ping did not speak anymore and quickly floated into the air. Emperor Nim was 1 floor above. In the next moment, Fong Ping, like a loach, drilled into the dark clouds in the sky. Soon he disappeared. Emperor West watched for a while. After a while, he murmured, "They're really bold. These guys really dared to do it. This is the Emperor's headquarters." He admired these fellows. They were really ruthless. They did it without hesitation. He thought it would be difficult to persuade them. He thought these guys would let him attack together, but they did not. Little did he know that Fong Ping was more worried that he would trick himself. It was best if Emperor West did not go. If he went, he was afraid that Emperor West and Emperor Nim would join forces to ambush and kill them. Today, the 3 realms will be in chaos. Emperor West shuddered. If Fong Ping and the others succeeded, it would be chaos. If they failed, and these guys died, it would be even more chaos. No matter what, the 3 realms would be shaken today. And if they succeeded, the Emperor could also fall. When that time came, the Emperor would be in danger. Emperor West did not need to guess to know what kind of huge shock would follow. Chaos is coming. P.S. Only 2 chapters left. I'm dispirited. The more I write the ending, the more my head hurts. Chapter 1431. Dim. Emperor West's 8th heaven was also very dim. But after breaking through the 8th heaven and reaching the 7th heaven, it became even dimmer, barren and dead silent. This was the source. The 7th heaven where Emperor Nan was, there was no sound at all. No wonder the emperors almost never entered the source, preferring to guard in the outer realm. Which heaven is Godfather rooted in? Fong Ping asked. Beside him, Heavenly King Jun transmitted the 3rd heaven. In the source, some spaces were empty, so he could take root. When Heavenly King Jun entered before, he took root in the 3rd heaven and almost condensed the Tao fruit. Although he failed in the end, fortunately, he failed and did not have to return to the source to suppress. Otherwise, if he was here alone, the 9 emperors might attack him. Fong Ping did not say anything more. He poked his head out of the dark void and looked around. It was very, very big, vast and boundless. The 4 walls could be seen vaguely, but it was not very clear. The emperors were indeed like prisoners here. Therefore, for tens of thousands of years, the emperors have been thinking about how to transcend and how to escape. Did Fong Ping sympathize with them? Not at all. The suffering was caused by themselves. There was no reason to implicate others. No matter how much pain there was, they had to bear it yourself. Because they had obtained great power and a lifespan that was almost immortal, then they had to bear it. He did not see Emperor Nan, but he must be in this heaven. As for where he was, these emperors hid very well. They were also worried that other emperors would attack them, so they hid very well. Sitting in prison, they had to guard against their cellmates attacking them. It had to be said that the emperors' lives were indeed worse than death. Fong Ping only wanted to say that they deserved it. Big Cat, did you find it? The cat was still good at finding people. Its nose was better than a dog's. The cat looked around and looked in one direction. Its nose twitched. It seems to be over there. Fong Ping's movements were light and slow. He gestured to Heavenly King Zhun and walked in the void, slowly approaching that direction. Cracks were everywhere. It was very dangerous here. As strong as Fong Ping was, he was accidentally cut by a crack, and a bloody mark appeared on his flesh. Fong Ping quickly recovered, preventing the blood from dripping and his aura from spreading. Danger had its advantages. There were too many cracks in the void. Even if one did not hide their aura, it could not spread too far. Otherwise, it would be difficult for powerhouses to hide their approach. It is indeed very dangerous. The emperors of the past had just proven their Tao. Their strength was average. It would be difficult for them to survive here, Fong Ping said telepathically. This place was also the current emperor's territory. The emperors who had just broken 9 would not be able to move here. It was already difficult for the emperors to be here. Heavenly King Zhun didn't say anything. A bloody wound quickly appeared on his arm. It was so deep that his bones could be seen. He hurriedly recovered from his injury. Seeing this, Fong Ping said, "Why don't you enter the source world too?" Heavenly King, subduing Heavenly King, shook his head slightly. The source world also has its limits. Do you really think that you can enter as you please? One King Jin shook. The heaven has. I Fong. The cat yawned and didn't take it seriously. This cat doesn't believe it. This king, but this old king strong. This old man was. He king though? Yang Wu king heaven. If he, Fong Yang heaven is Ming, Yang Wang, heaven, Yang heaven, king, heaven Wang, Chen heaven, Chen Nan, Wang heaven, Wang, Wang. If, king heaven, if Nan heaven, king emperor, let's see. King Fong Ping reminded, don't take the risk. Don't focus on the Tao. Emperor, she paid a huge price for Emperor Nan's Tao. Do you think it's easy to find so many star fragments? He had given up on those things for the sake of the great Tao. Don't think that he was easy to talk to now. If we fail, he will betray us. He has nothing. Do you think he will care if others know his secret? When the time comes, he will try his best to kill us. If he gets the Tao, he will not be as good as the Celestial Emperor, my master, or even Emperor Dongwang. He still needs to keep it a secret. King Fong Ping was wise. He reminded Fong Ping, don't focus on the Tao. It was good that Emperor Shi succeeded. There was an unstable factor among the emperors. If they failed, Emperor Shi, who had paid such a huge price, would not let Fong Ping and the others have it easy. Fong Ping nodded slightly. He understood the logic. He was just not satisfied. Furthermore, Heavenly King Jinwang's base was also a huge, unstable factor. Something could go wrong at any time. It would be safer if they could get the Tao this time. Be careful. King did not say anything more. His tone was much more serious. After all, there was an emperor here. The emperor's sense of danger was extremely strong. In the depths of the void, in a vortex, Emperor Nan sat in the void. Suddenly, his eyes opened. A bright light burst from his eyes as he scanned the surroundings. A sign of danger, Emperor Nan murmured, frowning slightly. Today was not peaceful. The gate of spiritual consciousness vibrated several times. Did someone come in? Or was it caused by other reasons? Or was there another emperor targeting him? Emperor Nan was vigilant. Now chaos was coming. The realm wall was shattered. It was also a critical moment for him to transcend. At this time, they were also extremely vigilant. Any movement would make them feel as if they were facing a formidable enemy. A giant hammer appeared in Emperor Nan's hand. The power of vitality fluctuated slightly. His mentality scanned the surroundings. A faint wisp of origin force circulated in his body. The essence-returning skill was ready to be activated at any time. Fellow Taoist, you came here as a guest. Sorry for not welcoming you earlier. Emperor Nan suddenly chuckled. His voice spread in all directions. Silence. Emperor Nan did not care. It was a simple test. It would be best if he could trick them out. If he could not trick them out, there might be no one. Maybe he was overthinking, or maybe the enemy was not disturbed. In the darkness, Fong Ping and Heavenly King were like hunters, lurking in the dark, motionless. They found where Emperor Nan was. They were less than 100 miles away. Very, very close. For them, this distance was covered in the blink of an eye. They heard Emperor Nan's words. They were too vigilant. Fong Ping and Heavenly King thought that they did not cause any movement of fusion. Fong Ping and Heavenly King were even lurking near the void rift. The rift cut and shook the void. Even if they made a small movement, Emperor Nan should not have discovered it. But Emperor Nan still became vigilant. There seemed to be no hope of a surprise attack. This was a powerhouse. Fong Ping and Heavenly King did not even dare to look in that direction, lest Emperor Nan discovered anything unusual. Killing an emperor was not that simple. Fong Ping and Heavenly King actually did not know what was so special about the emperor and what special abilities they had. Who could guarantee that the emperor was the same as the others, that it was easy to kill them? In the center of the darkness, Emperor Nan did not let down his guard. At this time, he stood up. The void trembled violently. Under his feet, a huge crack suddenly appeared. This crack extended in all directions, piercing through heaven and earth. This was the flaw of the source. This was the reason why the emperor was trapped in the source. The cracks crisscrossed and spread in all directions. Emperor Nan's body trembled slightly, but he did not care about this. The expansion of the cracks also caused him a lot of damage. However, at this time, Emperor Nan did not care about this. The divine light in his eyes burst out, and he said with a smile, "Could it be that fellow Taoist Fong Ping is here? If you are here, why don't you show yourself? Little friend, you have worked with this old man's mount many times. My bloodline has some friendship with the human race." Emperor Nan continued to probe. He was not sure if it was the emperor or Fong Ping who had come. If it was Fong Ping, he did not have a real body. He did not care if it was just the origin body. But he had to be on guard. If little friend is here, then let's sit down and have a chat. I can still provide a cup of tea. Emperor Nan smiled and said, "Little friend, don't you want to know who took away the power of the three emperors in the past? This old man also participated in this battle, so this old man knows more than anyone else." There was still silence. Emperor Nan continued to scan the surroundings and said with a smile, "If the hidden friend is not willing to show himself, then I will invite Xiong and Do to enter the seventh heaven." The sense of crisis was getting heavier and heavier. Emperor Nan was a little frightened. Was he really being watched by someone? He did not dare to rashly invite Do and the others to come, afraid that there would be problems. He was also afraid that they were hiding in the dark. The reason why he said this was just to scare the enemy away. Who was it? Even if he didn't find any clues, he would rather believe it than not. Fong Ping was in a void rift. He closed his eyes and did not look at Emperor Nan, letting the rift cut his flesh. Streaks of blood appeared and quickly recovered. There was no blood dripping. Was it painful? A little. He was used to it. At this moment, Emperor Nan was the most vigilant. Fong Ping would not appear at this time, nor would he attack Emperor Nan at this time. As for inviting the Divine Emperor and the others here, Fong Ping believed that the possibility was not high. The heaven that the emperors took root in was their own secret place. Whoever came meant that the other party had ill intentions. Their Tao fruit was hidden in this heaven. Was Emperor Nen not afraid of inviting a wolf into the house? Sure enough, Emperor Nan did not make it public. Right now, he was still not sure if there were enemies. At this moment, if he lured other emperors here, it was easy to welcome guests but difficult to send them away. At that time, he might not be able to send the other party away. Emperor Nen stopped talking loudly. He sat cross-legged again and said to himself, "Could it be that I sensed wrongly?" With some doubts on his face, Emperor Nen looked around again and exhaled gently. As if he felt that he had sensed wrongly, his body was no longer stiff. He closed his eyes and continued to suppress the rift. On Fong Ping's shoulder, the cat tilted its head and glanced at Fong Ping. Fong Ping did not move. On the other side, Heavenly King Zhen did not move either. Everyone knew how to act. The emperors were all old antiques. They were all experienced people who had lived for tens of thousands of years. Since they had sensed the danger, how could they let it go so easily? 1 minute, 10 minutes, Fong Ping still had some patience. A full 3 hours. Fong Ping's flesh was cut again and again. The traces of pain were reminding Fong Ping that he was still alive. He could not act rashly. Otherwise, the dead would not feel pain. At this moment, there was a rumble. A giant hammer hammered the void. Boom! The void exploded. Cracks appeared again. Emperor Nan's eyes shone, and he said sternly, "Did you really think that I didn't notice you? You're very patient. You're targeting me because you think that I'm easy to bully." Emperor Nan's face was cold. His aura erupted. Cracks appeared all around him. At this moment, he was like a demon. His whole body erupted with a blood-colored aura. His murderous aura was boiling. The giant hammer was still hammering the void again and again. Rumble! The void shattered. The giant hammer hammered again and again. In the void, the dark clouds were hammered. Some gravel-like fragments were hammered into powder. Crack after crack was smashed by the hammer. Emperor Nen did not relax at all. It was a matter of life and death. How could he be careless? Over there, in the void where Heavenly King Jin was hiding, Fong Ping's expression changed slightly. This was trouble. Emperor Nen hammered the void, cleaning up the cracks. If this continued, Heavenly King Jun would soon be beaten out. Fong Ping frowned slightly. His expression changed, and he shook his shoulders gently. The cat looked at him in confusion. Fong Ping's lips moved slightly. The next moment, the cat meowed in a low voice. Meow! Rumble! The giant hammer smashed the void with one strike, killing toward the crack where Fong Ping was hiding. Fong Ping retreated and cursed, "Stupid cat!" Meow! The cat felt wronged. "Did you ask me to meow?" Fong Ping. Over there, Emperor Nin broke through the air, holding the giant hammer in one hand. He looked at Fong Ping with a cold expression. "It's really you." After saying that, his expression changed slightly. Real body. Fong Ping did not come with his origin body. No wonder he could hide for so long. Previously, he suspected that other emperors were hiding in secret. Real body. Star Stone. Emperor Nan's expression changed slightly. He suddenly looked around and said coldly, "Who gave you the Star Stone?" At this moment, his heart trembled. Who gave Fong Ping the Star Stone? Fong Ping pinched the cat's neck, seeming a little annoyed. Hearing that, he looked at Emperor Nan and smiled. "Emperor, do you believe me?" Emperor Nan's expression changed slightly. Did he believe it? He did not dare not believe it, nor did he dare to believe it completely. Fong Ping was here. Were the others here? Probably not. This was his territory. Other people's great Tao was rooted in other heavens. If they came, he would more or less sense it. As for Heavenly King suppressing, he had not condensed a great Tao fruit. Even if he came, he would not be conspicuous. This meant that in this heavens, he was the only one who had condensed an imperial Tao fruit. Of course, he did not rule out the possibility that there were top powerhouses hiding their movements. The Divine Emperor and the others might be able to do it. Otherwise, he would not have suspected that there were emperors who wanted to attack him. Emperor Nan's mentality swept around and looked at Fong Ping. He was vigilant, but a smile quickly appeared on his face. "It's really the King Ren Huang." It's beneath my status for a King Run Huang to hide here. I'm just a butcher. What status do I have? Fong Ping's tone was calm. He looked at Emperor Nan and grinned. You're very vigilant. I was still looking for an opportunity to kill an emperor in secret. But I've just arrived, and you're already on guard. A powerhouse is indeed a powerhouse. King Ren Huang, aren't you afraid of being buried here? Emperor Nan looked at him and said playfully, I may not want to kill you, but Xiong, Hao, and Do will never let you be an obstacle to them. They're just jackals of the same tribe. Emperor Nan, why pretend to be pure? Fong Ping laughed. I can't kill you, but it's not that easy for you to keep me here. Fong Ping looked around and laughed. I'm afraid you don't want others to come to this place, right? A battle broke out here. The Divine Emperor and the others saw the opportunity and swarmed here. I won't have a good ending. What about you? Emperor Nan said calmly. They won't dare to do anything. If the 9 emperors are still fighting among themselves now, they may not be able to hold on until the realm wall shatters. They will kill each other. The Celestial Emperor is still here. They won't do anything to me. Fong Ping, you still underestimate everyone. Is that so? Do you dare to bet? Fong Ping laughed. You still have some advantages with me. Do you have any advantages against other powerhouses? Emperor Nan looked at him and did not say anything. Fong Ping laughed. Do you want to cooperate? Emperor Nan laughed without saying anything. Cooperation? What can you give me? Moreover, who would be willing to cooperate with Fong Ping? Fong Ping knew what he meant and said slowly, Do you want to get out of trouble? I know the existence of a vitality seed. It's a mini-immortal source. Wang Ruobing, do you know? The daughter of dragon transformation. Her origin has been modified by someone. It's a vitality seed. If you get this thing, do you have any hope of getting out of trouble? Emperor Nan's expression changed slightly. He said quickly, The last time you came here, you came through this vitality seed? You know about it too. Fong Ping laughed. It seems that the last time I came here was not a secret. Yes, I came here last time, so I know where that thing is. Of course, if you ask me to look for it now, I might not be able to find it. But with some time, or if I tell you about the surrounding situation, you might be able to find it yourself. Emperor Nan's expression changed slightly. He suddenly said, Then how did you come here this time? This time, it was the gate of spiritual consciousness that shook. I found the second seed, but I don't think the spirit seed is of much use to you. This can be sold to others. If you want to get out of trouble, I think the vitality seed is better, isn't it? Where is the spirit seed? Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you think I'll tell you just because you ask? Emperor Nan squinted at Fong Ping. He said slowly, How do you want to cooperate? I don't want to cooperate. I don't trust you, and you don't trust me. Fong Ping squinted and smiled. I like to cause trouble. If that vitality seed was not planted by you, then it must have been planted by someone else. I want you to snatch it. There might be a big fight. I'll sell the place to you. You just have to give me the star fragment. It's a one-off deal. Of course, if it's yours, then pretend I didn't say anything. Emperor Nan's expression kept changing. He dared not rest assured about cooperation. However, a one-off deal might not necessarily be impossible. If Fong Ping sold the place where the vitality seed was, he would need some star stones. This could be considered a win-win situation. After all, Fong Ping did not need that thing. Fong Ping saw that he was a little tempted. He laughed. Have you thought about it? 20 pieces. I'll tell you the place. Emperor Nan's expression was gloomy. Do you think that thing is so easy to find? All these years, I've only explored in 7th heaven. Tens of thousands of years ago, there were some discoveries, but they were all used by me. In these 10,000 years, only 2 star stones have been discovered. Do you really think it's everywhere? 2 pieces? Fong Ping frowned. Ren Huang, 6 pieces at once. The cat and I used 3 pieces each. You only found 2 pieces in 10,000 years? As soon as these words came out, Emperor Nan was slightly shocked. 6 pieces? This was not a small number. He was not surprised that Ren Huang could take it out. However, the cat and Fong Ping both used 3 pieces. This was also a symbol of strength. These two had already gone a long way on the path to breaking 9. Without piercing the root, it was purely breaking 9, Emperor Nan was envious, jealous, and a little unwilling. If he had known that the source had so many drawbacks, he would not have pierced the root. Unfortunately, it was too late for regrets now. You really know where the vitality seed is? Fong Ping sneered. Do I need to lie to you? Last time, the owner of the seed attacked me. After that, Renhuang's broken finger came to save me. Broken Finger and the other party's avatar were destroyed together. Wang Jinyang opened the passage and brought me back. I also obtained a drop of true blood at that time. Previously, I was ready to trade with Renhuang. Renhuang said that the vitality seed alone was probably not enough for him to transcend. There was still hope for a few weaker emperors. If not, do you think I need to trade with you? Emperor Nan frowned slightly. These words were in line with Renhuang's character. Even if Renhuang got that seed, it might not help him escape. But he still had hope. Although he did not want to admit it, among the 9 emperors his strength should be in the bottom 3. However, in the next moment, Emperor Nan's heart suddenly trembled. No! Vitality seed. He could roughly guess what it was. It was an existence that had stolen some great Tao and stolen some control of the immortal source. Once the seed was used, the great Tao controlled and it would collapse, and the owners of those great Tao might die. And martial artists who cultivated the Qi and blood Tao were almost all humans. Fong Ping would use the lives of human powerhouses in exchange for this? There was a trap. Emperor Nan's heart trembled. His hands gripped the giant hammer a little tighter. His expression did not change as he continued. Then how much do you want? 10 pieces at least. That's too much. I don't have that much. Emperor Nan said calmly. You want to trade, and I also want to know the location. How about this? A total of 5 pieces. I'll give you 2 pieces first. You manifest the location, and then I'll give you 3 more. If you can trust me, then we'll trade. If you can't, then forget it. I'm also worried that you'll use a fake location to deceive me. Fong Ping raised his eyebrows. 3 pieces first. 2 pieces. Emperor Nan said calmly. After all, I'm still not sure if it's real or not. Stellar stones are extremely rare. If you lie to me, then I'll lose these things for nothing. On the other hand, I won't lie to you. Otherwise, you'll make a big deal out of this matter later and spread it to everyone. Then I won't be able to get this thing. If that happens, I'll still lose for nothing. So, 2 pieces is my sincerity. Fong Ping smiled. That makes sense. Then, give me 2 pieces first. Don't play tricks. You're not as important as the vitality seed. Emperor Nan sneered. In the next moment, 2 stones shot out from his body, heading straight for Fong Ping. Stellar stones. Emperor Nan really gave it to him. Fong Ping was a little excited. He really got it. He stretched out his hand and was about to grab it. At this moment, the cat let out a sharp cry. Fong Ping's expression changed slightly. He quickly broke through the air and left. As a result, space froze. Die! A piece of stellar stone exploded directly. The surrounding space was like solidified liquid, beginning to freeze rapidly. Emperor Nan held a gigantic hammer in his hand and hammered at Fong Ping. Withdrawing his mentality, his force erupted. This hammer shook the heavens and the earth. He struck first to gain the upper hand. Fong Ping wanted to take the opportunity to reveal the map and divert Emperor Nan's attention. However, Emperor Nan first gave out the stellar stones to divert Fong Ping's attention. Vitality Seed? Who are you fooling? Fooling him for no reason. He must have bad intentions. How could Emperor Nan believe him? Fong Ping also reacted quickly. The chaos-vanquishing saber appeared in his hand, and he quickly slashed. Boom! Fong Ping flew backward, the web between his thumb and forefinger exploding. Emperor Nan's gigantic hammer continued to fall. The cat screamed again, its mentality shaking in all directions. Emperor Nan's force erupted. With a rumble, it shook the cat until it was dizzy, its ears bleeding. Chaos vanquishing. Fong Ping also roared. His force erupted, and he slashed out again. Die! Emperor Nan fought 1 against 2. His force condensed into a hand, grabbing directly at the cat. He waved the gigantic hammer and hammered Fong Ping again. Rumble, hammer after hammer. In the blink of an eye, Emperor Nan waved the gigantic hammer and hammered Fong Ping thousands of times. Rumble. The flesh and blood of Fong Ping's arms exploded. Even some cracks appeared on his bones. Emperor Nan was also shocked. Very strong. So strong that it was a little unbelievable. Fong Ping was only at breakthrough 9. How could he do this? The feeling he gave him was not the slightest bit weaker than him. Their strength was comparable. Monster! Emperor Nan shouted in a low voice. A monster! A real monster! Even if someone was secretly adding fuel to the fire, it was still incredible that Fong Ping could approach him, a powerhouse who had been an emperor for tens of thousands of years in such a short period of time. Kill! The two of them roared at the same time and quickly fought. At this moment, seventh heaven was shaking. Countless voids exploded. Gradually, the impact became greater and greater, and the entire seventh heaven was shaking. At this moment, Emperor West's voice suddenly came. Huang, what's wrong? Huang, what happened? As soon as Emperor West's voice came, the Beast Emperor's voice also spread through seventh heaven. Emperor Nan's expression changed again. He did not want others to come to this place. If they came, they might not leave. However, Fong Ping's strength was somewhat beyond his expectations. At this moment, although he had suppressed Fong Ping, it was probably not an ordinary difficulty to kill Fong Ping. At this moment, Emperor Nan's heart hardened. Since he could not hide it, then he would not hide it anymore. If one or two came, it would be better to all come. If they all came and killed Fong Ping, even if the others did not want to leave, they would be wary of each other. The Celestial Emperor was not dead yet, and these people were somewhat wary. Thinking of this, Emperor Nan's vitality erupted, shaking heaven and earth. He shouted, Fong Ping is in seventh heaven. Brothers, let's capture and kill him together. Fong Ping's combat strength is close to mine. As soon as these words came out, the source was shaken. Fong Ping really came, and he was at Emperor Nan's side, fighting with him. The key was his strength was close to Emperor Nan's. Disbelief. In the next moment, the Emperor God's voice came, shouting, Hold him. Chun, you guys go to seventh heaven quickly. Emperor West and the Beast Emperor were closest to each other. As for them, not to mention the distance, they still had to pass through layers of heaven and earth. Some places had to be avoided, and some places were the territories of other emperors, so they could not rashly pass through. They still had to change paths. The speed was not that fast. Emperor West and the Beast Emperor could arrive soon. As soon as these words came out, Emperor West quickly said, Okay. Rumble. Heaven and earth trembled. Emperor West was about to pass through the void and come to seventh heaven. On the other side, the Beast Emperor was the same. Fong Ping actually came, and his combat strength was terrifyingly powerful. At this moment, who dared to be careless? An uncontrollable emperor. Yes, an emperor. At this moment, everyone had already recognized Fong Ping's strength. This was an emperor, no longer a broken 9. At this time, Fong Ping's force erupted to the extreme, and he shouted angrily, Big cat, force burst, help me. Get rid of him. Retreat. Meow. Song Mao yelled, no longer using his mentality to intimidate. Countless little tigers condensed in his claws. The black tigers charged toward Emperor Nan. A great battle broke out in the blink of an eye. Chapter 1432. The giant hammer swept across the sky. Emperor Nan didn't even try to test the waters. He immediately unleashed his full strength. His control over his strength was extremely high, and his physical body was strong. The destructive power of origin power destroyed everything. A huge crack appeared in the void. Scram! How could Emperor Nan care about the cat's interference? As he fought, a sledgehammer appeared in his hands again. 2 sledgehammers. He swung the hammer with his left hand at the cat. Meow! The ash cat screeched. Its tail blinked and lashed out. In the next moment, the cat retreated in panic and kept throwing divine artifacts out. It suddenly felt that it couldn't win and would be hammered to death. Run! Dang! With a loud bang, the heaven-trapping bell was sent flying by the hammer. The heavenly bell was also sent flying. Then flying carpets, fishing nets, long sticks, many divine artifacts were sent flying. Meows! The ash cat screeched. This was the first time it had encountered an Emperor Beast King going all out against it. Cats don't fight. Yes. I'm going to beat you up. Emperor Nan snorted coldly. Cats don't fight? Go and bluff someone else. At his level, why would he care about such things? His enemies had to be killed, and the wildcat Shatterer was not a weakling. If he allowed it to disturb him, he would be in big trouble. Die! Meow! The cat screamed in horror. Fong Ping did not make a sound. Taking advantage of this moment, he suddenly ignited his vitality and slashed out with his saber. Emperor Nen quickly waved his sledgehammer, hammering the saber. Boom! A loud sound rang out, shaking the void and rippling the entire seventh layer of heaven. On the other side, the Western Emperor roared, Hold on for a while. Hold him back. Don't let him leave. Emperor Nan thought that Emperor she was talking to him, but Fong Ping knew that Emperor she was talking to him. On the other side, the Beast Emperor turned into a golden dragon, soaring through the clouds and piercing through the void. Countless cracks sliced apart the golden dragon. The dragon roared, Huang, don't let them leave. Seize the opportunity. Fong Ping had almost ruined the Nine Emperors' plans. Now, he had actually entered this place with his real body and encountered Emperor Nan. A great battle had broken out. As long as Emperor Nan could hold him back for a moment, Fong Ping would definitely die this time. The three realms returned to the three realms from before, the three realms that they had schemed against. With Fong Ping's death, there were no more variables. What a bully! At this moment, the cat shouted angrily. Suddenly, from the divine mirror above his head, a golden light burst out and headed straight for Emperor Nan. The next moment, Emperor Nan's expression changed drastically. The golden light suddenly shone on his body. There was no lethality. However, this did not mean that he was fine. At this moment, a strange scene appeared in front of Fong Ping's eyes. On Emperor Nan's body, traces of meridians appeared, just like the time when Emperor Nan's projection taught him the vitality augmentation skill. The cat kept retreating, but it continued to shine on Emperor Nan. It was arrogant and shouted, Liar! Look at me peeping at the sky. Hit him! Divine peeking mirror! The sky peeking mirror! At this moment, Emperor Nan's body displayed the circulation route of his power, including the fusion nodes of various powers, and even related to the conversion of the origin returning technique. Fong Ping's eyes lit up. Poochie! The long saber turned into a sword that was extremely thin like silk. With a stab, it pierced a black dot on Southern Emperor's hand. Normally, such an injury would only cause Emperor Nan to bleed a little. But at this moment, the power in Emperor Nan's hand suddenly went out of control. His origin force collapsed and was converted into vitality and spiritual power. Bastard! Emperor Nan roared. His spiritual power shook violently, trying to get rid of the cat's lock. The divine peeping mirror was a divine artifact that could peep at the Emperor's great path in the past. If the Heavenly Hound had not taken it to peep at the Emperor's great path and been discovered by others, who knew how many people's secrets the cat had peeped at in the past. Now, the divine peeping mirror had recovered a lot. The cat once again used its ability to peep at the sky. It was as if Emperor Nan had been stripped naked. At this time, Fong Ping was merciless. He rushed over quickly and pressed forward. Kill! The two sides were entangled. The cat shone on Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan's power node was exposed, but his strength was slightly better than Fong Ping's. For a moment, the two were evenly matched. Although Fong Ping could prescribe the right medicine, the other party was stronger than him. He had to be able to attack. Rumble! The void collapsed piece by piece, and the source was trembling. It was as if they were separated by a world. At this moment, heaven-shaking projections were rushing over from all the other worlds. As for Fong Ping, he seemed calm at this time, but in fact, he was impatient. He had to speed up. Big cat. Fong Ping roared again. The cat was not careless either. Countless kittens appeared around it again, roaring at Emperor Nan. One by one, it threw out the force balls and attacked Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan's face was gloomy. He fought and retreated. Fong Ping was very strong, so strong that it was somewhat beyond his expectations. He did not want to fight too fiercely with Fong Ping. It would be easy for others to take advantage of him. In a while, Emperor West and the Beast Emperor would arrive. He was not in a hurry. The one who should be anxious was Fong Ping. The twin hammers were mainly used for defense. Fong Ping's saber slashed down, and Emperor Nan defended again and again. The bones in Fong Ping's hands were shattered by the recoil force, and Emperor Nan also staggered slightly. He stomped on the void and continued to retreat. At this moment, Fong Ping's saber slashed at the void. The void shattered, and dozens of void cracks erupted, quickly slashing toward Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan swung his hammers and smashed these cracks, continuing to retreat. Fong Ping pressed forward again and again, finally showing some eagerness on his face. Emperor Nan, how about a truce? However, Emperor Nan ignored him and sneered. A truce? You'd better stay. Fong Ping's face was cold. Suddenly, he retreated. As soon as he left, a hammer fell from the sky. Boom! Fong Ping was smashed into the ground. You're forcing me to burn my Tao to kill you? Fong Ping's face was cold. Let me leave. Otherwise, you won't get any better. Try me. Emperor Nan shouted in a clear voice. Then try it. He could still hold on for a while. Kill. Chaos quell. Space slash. Fong Ping roared. Slash after slash. He attacked Emperor Nan frantically, suppressing him. Emperor Nan retreated again. Beside the two of them, under the overflow of power, countless cracks appeared. The cat took back the divine weapon and smashed it again. However, the cat could at most play a role in interfering with Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan was the main defense. As long as he entangled Fong Ping and did not let them leave, they would be dead. Right at this moment, a crack in the void blended into the cracks in the surroundings. Emperor Nan took another step back. At this moment, Heavenly King Jun held a large saber in his hand, his expression cold. Suddenly, he appeared from the crack and slashed. Do you think I don't know? A loud roar came out. The next moment, the giant hammer in Emperor Nan's hand exploded with a bang. Boom! A huge energy wave swept across the entire source. How could Emperor Nan not think of it? Fong Ping's real body came in, the cat came in. Who said that Heavenly King Jin had no more star stones? Who said that Heavenly King Jin could not come in? He was on guard. Of the two hammers, he self-destructed one. Heavenly King Jun's expression changed slightly, but he gritted his teeth and slashed. At this moment, Fong Ping also used all his strength. With a roar, his veins popped out, and he also slashed. Meow! The cat screamed. At this time, it stretched out its claws and grabbed at Emperor Nan. This was the first time the cat stretched out its claws to grab someone. Its claws were extremely sharp. Usually, it was kept in the meat pad. Fong Ping and the others had almost forgotten that it was a cat. Perhaps they really raised it like a pig. Emperor Nan self-destructed a large hammer, ignoring Heavenly King Jun. Heavenly King Jun could withstand the self-destruction of the divine weapon. He held another large hammer in his hand and hammered at Fong Ping. Boom! A loud noise sounded again. Fong Ping's long saber and his large hammer exploded with a loud noise that shook the three realms. Cracks appeared on the huge hammer. Fong Ping's long saber also cracked slightly, but its quality was much better than his large hammer. In the blink of an eye, it healed itself. However, the collision force between the two was terrifyingly powerful. Fong Ping broke through layers of the void. Emperor Nan also kept retreating, deviating from Heavenly King Jun. On the other side, the force of the divine weapon's self-destruction collided with Heavenly King Jun. Heavenly King Jun's face was as cold as frost. With a slash, he cut through everything and attacked Emperor Nan again. At this moment, Heavenly King Jun's flesh and blood were also flying everywhere. On his arms, only bones were left, but he did not care at all. The long saber was as steady as Mount Tai, and he slashed again. Emperor Nan was very shrewd. He guessed that Heavenly King Zhen was hiding nearby, so he had already made preparations. This caused Heavenly King Zhen's surprise attack to fail completely. Even so, the divine weapon was destroyed. Emperor Nan's mentality was in turmoil, and he was still injured. He was slashed by Fong Ping's all-out slash. At this moment, the other large hammer was shattered, and his arms were also a bloody mess. Even so, Emperor Nan still showed a cold smile. Zhen was out. This was a good thing. You want to kill me? You're not qualified. Emperor Nan roared, and once again smashed the hammer toward Heavenly King Zhen. Beside him, the cat's claws were extremely sharp, clawing at his head. Get lost! Emperor Nan roared angrily again, and a powerful force erupted from his body. With the power of destruction, he instantly ignited the cat's claws. Meow! A cat's cry rang out. The cat was in so much pain that it was about to cry, but it still clawed down. Emperor Nan was attacked from 3 sides. In the end, he chose to let the cat take advantage of him. While attacking Heavenly King Zhen, he turned around and attacked Fong Ping. Using both his hands and feet, his feet were like divine weapons, like sharp blades, kicking Fong Ping horizontally, causing the chaos-vanquishing saber to tremble continuously. Kill! Fong Ping roared again, his vitality burning to the extreme, and his force erupted. As for the cat, this claw also scratched Emperor Nan's skull, emitting sparks. Boom! Emperor Nan's head appeared. His flesh and blood disappeared, but there was a hint of ferocity on the skull. Cat, you don't know what's good for you. We are resisting the Heavenly Emperor. If the Heavenly Emperor doesn't appear, when the Heavenly Emperor does, it will be your death. You don't know what's good for you. You're biting the hand that feeds you. Meow. There was some doubt in the cat's scream, but Emperor Nan was too lazy to care about it anymore. This cat would not have a good ending. When the Heavenly Emperor appeared, it would be its death. Of course, now is not the time. What are you talking about? The cat suddenly retracted its claws and said strangely, Say it. If you say it, I won't hit you. It flew closer, its cat face blank. Emperor Nan, old man. When the Heavenly Emperor appeared, why did he kill the cat? It flew closer. Cat, don't come close. Fong Ping roared. Intimidate him. But, the cat said hesitantly, but Emperor Nan, old man, has something to say. Liar, stop fighting, run quickly. Emperor Nan, old man. Why did he kill the cat? Without the cat messing around, the pressure on Emperor Nan was greatly reduced. He suddenly laughed and said, Come, I'll tell you. You were born in the source, but not the source. To be precise, you were born in that unique star, the source star, and not this broken source now. When the Heavenly Emperor broke the source, in order to collect all the power of the source, he gave all the flaws and imperfections of the source to you. You're not a cat. You're a scourge. Back then, the Heavenly Emperor thought that he had solved the flaws of the source. But who knew, even if it all belonged to you, there were still flaws. In desperation, the Heavenly Emperor thought of the method of using the source to mend the source. Using you to mend the source. You're a scourge, using you to suppress the source's flaws, and then using you to mend the source's flaws. In the end, only the smallest flaw was left. Since you have broken 9, your death is near. The cat was a little confused, but Heavenly King Zhen and Fong Ping understood. At this moment, they finally knew the cat's origin. Fong Ping thought of the black swamp in the cat's world. The Azure Cat was originally formed from some flaws and loopholes in the Source Star. The Sky Emperor wanted to throw the Azure Cat out of the Source Star, but he didn't expect that even though the Azure Cat left with its flaws, the Source Star still had problems. At this time, the Heavenly Emperor had another idea. Let the cat grow stronger. Suppress the flaws that were taken away by the cat previously. Black Swamp. Suppress the flaws, and even in the end, shove all the flaws of the current source into the Black Swamp, and finally block the Black Swamp, solve the big problem. Fong Ping's heart trembled slightly. Was that so? The others did not seem to know. How did Emperor Nan know? Was Emperor Nan bluffing them? Or was he serious? Fong Ping bellowed, "Nonsense. Then why did Chu Wu kill the cat?" "Stupid." Emperor Nan sneered. "After killing the cat, the flaws that existed in the source will erupt, a double outbreak. At that time, the Heavenly Emperor might not be able to suppress the scourge. The source will shake, and the source will have a big problem. Do you think that Chu Wu will have a chance? Do you think that Chu Wu killing the cat is really just a fantasy? Stupid." When the fire god attacked the cat, the Tao shook, and many powerhouses of the source became stronger. How did they become stronger? It was not because of the cat, but because of the source. Because the Heavenly Emperor could not suppress the source, the 9 emperors Tao no longer suppressed others. So others walked faster, killing the cat. Only the Heavenly Emperor and the 9 emperors were harmed, so they let the cat run wild, and the 9 emperors did not attack it. Now, since the cat is so powerful, some of the previous flaws must have been suppressed by it. The cat, you still dare to move at this time. If I were you, I would wish that the Heavenly Emperor and we would be in a stalemate. If the stalemate continues, no one will have any ideas about you, but if one side becomes stronger, you will definitely die." Emperor Nan laughed and said, "Tian Chun is not a cat keeper. Neither is the spirit. It's just a guardian to prevent you from running away, to prevent the flaws in your body from changing. Do you think that you have been sleeping all this time to seek good fortune and avoid harm? It's just that every time the chaos breaks out, the source has an unusual movement. The demonic nature of the source, the darkness, will attack you, forcing you to sleep. So when you fall asleep, we know that someone has made up their mind. A great war is coming. A great chaos is coming." The cat looked sluggish and murmured, Then what about the big dog? Tian Chun and Emperor Ling were both guardians. What about the big dog?" Emperor Nan sneered and said, "I just found you a playmate. Lest you be too lonely, lest you have nothing to do. The Heavenly Hound works hard to cultivate, but you don't? But I didn't expect that you really don't cultivate. But now, you still can't escape this disaster." The cat's face was sluggish, full of despair. "No, Big Fatty and the cat guard captain are good people." "Ha!" Emperor Nan sneered. Fong Ping roared and attacked with his saber. "Don't listen to his nonsense. Intimidate him." Meow. The cat's cry was mournful, unconsciously flying toward Emperor Nan, still extremely sluggish. Emperor Nan snorted softly in his heart. The cat was already close at this moment. Approaching him, the cat was still sluggish and said, Then will I definitely die?" "Not necessarily. As long as the Celestial Emperor dies. Let the Celestial Emperor fill in the biggest flaw. Let the beings of the 3 realms fill in the other flaws. You will not die because your existence will collect some of the flaws of the Origin Tao. Even if the flaws are filled in, the Origin Tao may continue to produce flaws, give birth to demonic nature. You are the existence that cleans up these." "Trash can?" the cat murmured. This cat was a trash can? The cat brand trash can? The cat looked up again and said with a serious face, "Then, do you want to kill me or not?" At this moment, it was already close to Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan was a little impatient. This stupid cat. At this time, was there any point in asking these stupid questions? But at this time, Fong Ping and Heavenly King Jun did not say a word, attacking him frantically. If this cat continued to cause trouble, he would not be able to bear it. Emperor Nan could only be patient, forcibly taking some time out, and said again, "No, as long as you are obedient, the 9 emperors will not kill you. Only the Celestial Emperor would have such thoughts." "Oh, then are we on the same side?" The cat said in a daze, "This cat is very strong. Do you want me to help you beat up the liar and the others?" Emperor Nan was overjoyed, hurriedly saying, "That's best, cat, you intimidate." Boom. Mentality erupted. The cat's mentality erupted. Intimidate. Nonsense, of course it was Emperor Nan. Emperor Nan's expression changed slightly, and he wanted to curse out loud. "You stupid cat, I've said so much, and it was all for nothing?" However, at this moment, Emperor Nin suddenly felt a great sense of crisis. "You! Punish!" A low shout was heard. In the next moment, a ruler came out of the cat's mouth. Boom! Mixed with the powerful power of breaking 9. This ruler directly struck Emperor Nan's face. His entire face was smashed into pieces. The cat scratched with its claws, scratching so hard that a large number of cracks appeared on the skull. An Fong Ping and Heavenly King Zhen had been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. "Burn!" Fong Ping roared, his Dao burning. The 300-meter-long Dao was burned by him for more than 200 meters in an instant. He did not dare to continue, quickly breaking the burning Dao, erupting with all his strength, slashing out with his saber. This slash was probably close to an outburst of 80 million calories. Only then did Emperor Nin realize that he had been tricked by the cat. From his rotten mouth came a shrill roar, incomparably furious. "You guys are very good. 4-9 break powerhouses. Surround and kill him." Xu Xiang. This time, he recognized that it was Xu Xiang who suddenly attacked. It was this beast. "You guys want to kill me? Dream on?" Emperor Nan roared. With a boom, he became a man of fire, his whole body emitting flames. Crack! The entire void was covered with great Dao cracks. At this moment, Emperor Nin no longer had the heart to suppress the origin. The seventh heaven trembled violently. Emperor Nan's entire body was on fire. The last giant hammer, carrying with it a fiery light and a destructive aura, smashed toward Fong Ping. Even if his physical body were to collapse, he would make Fong Ping suffer the consequences. As long as his Dao was still there, he had a chance to resurrect again. As for Fong Ping, if he was injured by him this time, he could forget about leaving. "Chaos quell!" Fong Ping shouted, his roar shaking the sky. "Kill!" There was only one chance. As for Heavenly King Zhen, he was also silent. He exhausted all his strength, mobilizing the Celestial Emperor's divine weapon, also slashing out, converging with Fong Ping's long saber, teaming up to unleash a killing move that shook the origin. On the other side, Xu Xiang and the cat also roared. Xu Xiang held the ruler, which suddenly collapsed, turning into a book, shrouding Emperor Nan in the book. "You want to self-destruct? No way." In order to besiege and kill him, the 4 powerhouses had already given their all and exhausted everything. If they could not kill Emperor Nan, then the loss would be great. At this point, how could they fail? At this moment, in the sky above, a dragon tail pierced through the void. The beast emperor was coming. At the same time, a wretched old man suddenly appeared, emerging from the ground. Glancing at the dragon tail, the wretched old man grimaced, a little headache coming on. It came too fast. Would he be exposed? His eyes turned. At this time, the heaven-confining bell floating behind the cat suddenly flew away. The cat turned its head and looked. Emperor Shi bared his teeth and pointed to the sky. The cat blinked and did not refuse again. In the next moment, the heaven-confining bell flew out, aimed at the dragon tail, and exploded with a bang. Roar! A painful roar resounded through the source. The dragon tail exploded with a bang. Emperor Shi's voice came from afar, shouting, "Wild beast, what's wrong?" Separated by heaven and earth. The beast emperor roared, "Hurry up and save them." "What?" Emperor Shi was stunned, his aura suddenly stagnant, motionless in place. And at this moment, Emperor Nan let out a violent roar. "Xu Xiang! Xu Xiang broke 9, kill them. Kill your ancestors." Fong Ping's cold voice resounded through heaven and earth. A long saber, covering the source, slashed down with a bang. "Today, I will kill the true emperor." Fong Ping roared. Emperor Nin also shouted angrily, "Don't even think about living. I will return, clean up the world, slaughter your entire clan." Boom! An earth-shattering explosion sounded again. This time, the movement was too big. The entire source trembled wildly. In the distance, someone shouted, "Wild! Beast celestial, stop them. Don't let them escape." At the moment when the earth-shattering roar sounded, A ray of brilliance flashed and disappeared in the seventh heaven. And at this moment, a wretched old man quickly broke through the air, quietly. Suddenly, he grabbed a small gray stone that no one noticed thrown on the ground. He grinned and glanced at the cat that had just arrived. Seeing that the cat was covered in blood, Emperor Shi bared his teeth. Without any nonsense, he threw a piece of star stone and whispered, "I'll bribe you. Just say that you didn't see me." With a crash, Emperor Shi disappeared. The cat held the star stone in its mouth, its face lifeless. So fast, it was over. It had met a bigger liar. And at this moment, in the void, suddenly, a terrified roar came. No! Boom! The entire source trembled violently. The sky collapsed. 3 realms. It was dark. Darkness. Boundless darkness. Huge figures appeared in the void. At this time, one of the figures suddenly collapsed. In the void, a mechanical voice came. "Emperor Nan, wild, fallen, rumble." The earth cracked. The sky cracked. Above the source of immortals, countless amounts of blood appeared, pouring down. This was no longer a sign of the great path collapsing. The source of immortals did not cover the great path of emperors. This was a sign of one of the controllers falling. Blood descended. The forbidden sea roared wildly, the seawater boiling. The world trembled. The earth trembled. Countless warriors walked out, looking at the dark sky, looking at the cracked sky. Everyone's face was ashen. An emperor had fallen? A true emperor had fallen. In their hearts, a sense of sorrow rose for no reason. The 9 emperors of the origin source, one had died. On the name list, with a rumble, a name exploded. And Emperor Nan disappeared. Wild, fallen. Heaven and earth mourned. No matter how dark the 9 emperors were, they were the symbol of the source's strength. Today, Emperor Nan had fallen. Boom! In the sea, a palace exploded, and the water power wailed, its cries shaking the sky. "Master! Master!" Cries resounded throughout the sea. For the first time in 30,000 years, an emperor had fallen. The great path was destroyed, and there was no chance of revival. There was no Emperor Nan in the 3 realms. Chapter 1433. The 3 realms fell into boundless darkness. Emperor Nan had fallen. Emperor Nan died, just like that. At this moment, the experts of the 3 realms couldn't believe it. The martial emperors in the origin land could not believe it either. How could this be? His physical body collapsed and fell into silence. They believed it. After all, this time, for rank 9 powerhouses besieged Emperor Nan. Among them was Fong Ping, a powerhouse whose strength was close to Emperor Nan's. But the Tao fruit was here. Even for them, it would not be so easy to find Emperor Nan's fruit of the Great Path. How could this be? How could Emperor Nan's fruit of the Great Path collapse? How could this be? No one dared to believe it. Who? An angry roar resounded in all directions. Who did it? Emperor Nan's great Tao would not collapse so easily. But now it was broken. In the 7th layer of heaven, countless cracks erupted, engulfing heaven and earth. The origin was rioting. The 3 realms were rioting. The warriors of the origin suddenly felt the turbulence, the uneasiness, and the aura of death. Who did it? The divine emperor bellowed. Something was wrong. Even if Fong Ping and the others could destroy Emperor Nan's physical body, how could Fong Ping and the others destroy Emperor Nan's great path? Someone must have acted in secret. The God Emperor didn't dare to believe it. Douyi didn't dare to believe it, and neither did Dong Wang. If it was so easy to destroy Emperor Nan's avenue, someone would have made a move long ago. But he couldn't find it. This person must be extremely familiar with Emperor Nan. He even frequently went to the 7th heaven. What's more, it was this person who lured Fong Ping and the others to kill Emperor Nan. Someone was working with them. The 8th heaven, rumble, the divine emperor had arrived by force. In the void, the West Emperor was trapped in a huge crack. When he saw this, he roared, "Qiong, what are you trying to do?" The divine emperor looked at him coldly and said nothing. Psychic energy swept out in all directions. He was not the only one. At the same time, Emperor of Heaven Reverse arrived at the sixth plane of heaven. His energy shook the void and swept across all directions. The Beast King had just been blasted back. He bellowed, "You want to start a battle between martial emperors? Is that so?" Beast Emperor roar, "Get out! Doe! Are you trying to kill me? Scram! Rumble!" The wounded dragon tail swept through the void as the Beast Emperor went all out. Emperor Nan was dead, but at this time, Doe actually came to where his great Tao was. What was he trying to do? The Emperor of Heaven Reverse Emperor pulled a long face and punched. Boom! The dragon tail exploded. The Beast Emperor was thoroughly enraged and terrified. What are you guys trying to do? He had also guessed that there was a problem within the sovereigns. There was something wrong with Emperor Nan's death. But he didn't want to become the next target, and he didn't want to become a target for others to fish in troubled waters. Beast Emperor did not dare show any signs of fatigue. At this moment, the Monster King roared. At this moment, the great Daos of all the monster beasts in the three realms trembled. Beast Emperor's power had reached its peak. Kill! Boom! The void exploded, and the origin was in complete chaos. What are you trying to do by descending upon our land instead of chasing after the real culprit? The Beast Emperor let out a furious roar. Its huge eyes were filled with red blood. Did he want to take the opportunity to kill him? Regardless of whether it was possible or not, Emperor Nan had just died. At this moment, he would no longer trust anyone. Boom! The dragon's tail was much stronger than before. Emperor of Heaven Reverse shouted with a frown, "I'm just checking to see if it is you." Scram! The Beast Emperor roared, "You have no right to investigate." Who knew what he was thinking? Xian, Hao Ling, are you just going to sit and watch? The Beast Emperor shouted, "This time it was us. Next time, it will be you." At this moment, in the void, Emperor Donghuang emerged. He scolded, "Enough! No matter who it is, capture Fong Ping and kill them now. That is the only way to find the real culprit and quell the chaos. Do you want the Monster Kings to fight among themselves?" At this moment, everyone had their own suspects. But this was not the time to investigate. Otherwise, once the Monster Kings panicked, there would be chaos. The world would be in chaos. In the eighth heaven, the Emperor God threw a cold glance at the trapped Emperor West. He snorted and slapped. The cracks were shattered. Emperor West hurried to get out. His first reaction was not to thank the Emperor God, but to shout, "Get out, or else I will destroy you even if I have to risk my life. Let's die together." Emperor West's eyes were bloodshot. This was their base. If the Emperor God and the others broke in, the Tao fruits would be easily discovered. Once that happened, they might be plotted against. The Emperor God said coldly, "You're on your own." The gate of spiritual consciousness vibrated. "You've been to the seventh heaven. F***CKU. Emperor West was furious. "Are you suspecting me? Qiong, are you suspecting me?" "I'm suspecting you. What do you want to do?" "You didn't go after Fong Ping. Instead, you came here. What do you want? If one Huang isn't enough, do you want me to do it?" The Emperor God's face was gloomy. He did not speak anymore. With a rumble, the void exploded. A passageway appeared. Countless cracks surrounded him. The Emperor God did not care about this. He descended directly to the seventh heaven and said coldly, "Seal the seventh heaven. If Huang self-destructs, they will be seriously injured. Watch the sixth heaven and the eighth heaven. Don't let them have a chance to escape." "Doe, keep an eye on the places where the three emperors might appear. Hao, go out and seal the three gates. Spirit, go back. You raise the cat. Don't get involved. Go back and suppress the chaos." "Why should I listen to you?" The Emperor God's voice was cold. "Get out. Otherwise, another emperor will die today. Let the Celestial Emperor talk to me." His voice was icy cold. Spirit Emperor wanted to say something more when Donghuang shouted, "Spirit, get out." Spirit Emperor snorted and soon he disappeared. Celestial Beast suppressed the seventh heaven. Xian summoned the era back. Without Fong Ping, Who dares to go to the celestial origin ground? Heaven Reverse Emperors and Dongwang's avatars were still here. Apart from Fong Ping and the others, who would dare to go? The Emperor God stepped into the seventh heaven after everything was arranged. His vital energy erupted. The entire seventh heaven was shaking violently. The Emperor God was like an ancient demon. He clasped his hands behind his back and unleashed his mentality. The void shook and the cracks disappeared. Fong Ping, you can't escape. Even if the three emperors open a passageway, they can't save you. You have crossed the line. The Emperor God's voice was calm. You have crossed the line. You have crossed the line. You killed an emperor. That was unforgivable. Tell me who the traitor is, and I will spare your lives. The Emperor God started moving forward slowly. Wherever he went, the ground would turn into nothingness. At this moment, his vitality was unimaginably powerful. At this moment, a giant shadow of a Buddha appeared in the three realms. The Emperor God, an enraged Emperor God, was so powerful that the three realms would kneel before him. The Emperor God kept moving forward with his hands behind his back. He was not in a hurry. Every step he took, he paused. The void turned into nothingness. Behind him, the cracks reappeared. Emperor West and the Beast Emperor suppressed them. The two sovereigns suppressed the area once again after they passed through the void. The Emperor God was so powerful that the two emperors did not dare to disobey him. And it wasn't just them. Even the arrogant Spirit Emperor had obediently returned to his territory, not daring to descend upon this place. The Emperor God did not allow anyone to enter this place. He was worried that someone would make trouble and let Fong Ping and the others go. He walked forward step by step. Wherever he went, it meant that there was no one there. Fong Ping and the others were not there. Fong Ping and the others could not run away. Emperor West felt helpless. The Emperor God was furious. This was not good. Those guys might not be able to run away. He did not expect that the Emperor God would go to him and seal off the seventh plane of heaven. What was more, the Emperor God would suppress the other disobedient emperors. What dissatisfaction! What dissatisfaction! Just hold it in. If Spirit Emperor dared to make trouble, he would kill her. Let Heaven Emperor talk. Spirit Emperor was not qualified to be his enemy. Emperor East Emperor and Emperor Heaven Reverse had no objection. The others could not refute. Emperor West was worried. In front of them, the Emperor God kept walking in the air. He said calmly, Fong Ping, you could have been patient for a while. I did not want to trouble you before the world barrier was broken. But you insisted on making trouble. Then don't blame me for killing you. Is the garrison here? The Emperor God suddenly laughed. Then he looked to the sky. At this moment, a figure emerged. The human sovereign. G, stir up the third plane of heaven. I want to see where the garrison is. Xiong, go. The Emperor God's voice was cold. Go. Alas. The human sovereign heaved a sigh. The next moment, he entered the third plane of heaven. Suddenly, the sky and earth were in chaos. In the darkness, Heavenly King Jin suddenly turned pale. Abruptly, he turned to look at Fong Ping, whose face was equally pale. He sent a voice transmission. Brad, I've been screwed over by you. My great path is not completely rooted in the third plane of heaven, but most of it is if this goes on, I will not be able to control my origin of great path, and I will be exposed, kid. Seize the chance. Later, before I am exposed, I will burn everything and make a desperate attack. I will break the sky and earth. You run. Fong Ping's expression changed. You want to die? It's okay. I still have the beginner body. It's worth it to trade my life for your life. Heavenly King Jun did not regret it. He said quickly, if this goes on, there will be no more chances. He is too strong. His vitality is over 100 million, and that is another realm. You are no match for him. Don't even think about it. Even if we work together, we are not enough to kill him. Seize the chance. Remember, you must be careful. At the critical moment, burn the great path. It is not Tian Chen's but Zhang's. Run, get out of the source. He will not dare to go after us. Even if he does, he will be in danger. The source is in chaos, and he cannot be distracted. You must get out. Kid, we have already profited. My body of origin has been schemed against. I have not want it for a long time. It is good to abandon it this time. Listen to me. As Heavenly King Jin spoke, a faint power of origin overflowed around his body. He was almost out of control. They were dead. Since they were going to die, he would help Fong Ping and the others escape from this place. Not far away, Fong Ping's expression changed. However, he did not hesitate too much and nodded. He knew. The Emperor God was too strong. He could feel it. He was terrifyingly strong. Emperor Nan was so difficult to kill, let alone the Emperor God. Heavenly King Jun could not die. He still had the beginner body. What was there to hesitate about? Seeing this, Heavenly King Jin smiled bitterly and scolded. Damn you. You really don't care about your old man at all. Deceiving bastard. If you can't escape, I will really be screwed this time. Don't go to Emperor Dong Wang. Don't go to Emperor Shi Wang. Go to Beast Emperor. Go to battle. There is still a chance. Heavenly King Jun explained some things. At this moment, he forcibly suppressed the trembling of the Great Path origin. He signaled Fong Ping to stay away from him. Fong Ping gritted his teeth and wandered in the exploding void, leaving quickly. Heavenly King Jun's origin body was finished. Did he regret it? A little, but not too much. As long as he left this time alive, it would be considered a profit. He had exchanged Heavenly King Jin's avatar for an emperor. Before this, he had been expecting a ninth breaker to fight against an emperor stage cultivator. It was worth it to exchange for Emperor Nan. At this moment, if the boy's servant died in exchange for an emperor, Fong Ping felt that it was worth it. Old Zhang died in exchange for a few emperors. It was still worth it. As for him, he wanted to exchange for the celestial emperor and the sun god. Otherwise, he felt that it was not worth it. The powerhouses of the three realms were all dead. It was better to let this chaotic world end. Fong Ping thought frantically in his heart. Without the slightest hesitation, he quickly escaped from this place. Rumble! The seventh heaven calmed down a little again. The Emperor God continued to move forward. There was no expression on his face. It was just so calm. The calmer it was, the more terrifying it was. Jun, you can't suppress it. The Emperor God said as if it had nothing to do with him. You want to risk your life to open the passage for Fong Ping and let him leave? You can't do it. Your body of origin will definitely stay this time. As for Fong Ping and the others, they can't leave either. Xu Xiang, are you taking revenge for Zhan? In the past, I was also present during the siege. Zhan died in the heavenly court. I forced him to do so. I am his teacher. He owes me, and he wants to pay me back. Xu Xiang, since you're here, why don't you greet the Grandmaster? The Emperor God's calmness was terrifying. Fong Ping, haven't you always wanted to know what will happen to the human race in the end? I'm telling you, the human race will be destroyed. Completely destroyed. The human world will be destroyed. I have reached an agreement with the Celestial Emperor and the others. We will directly sacrifice the human world. We will no longer look for the seeds. We will sacrifice the seeds together and directly fill in the defects of the origin. If it doesn't work, even the three realms will be sacrificed. All living beings in the three realms will die. The Emperor God said coldly, you all thought that this 10,000-year plan was to harm you, but our original intention was to help you all. Train some people to replace the 9 emperors. Train some people to fill in the gaps. At that time, not everyone will die. At least 80% of the people in the three realms will survive. But now, you have destroyed all of this. If that's the case, I will no longer be merciful. I will destroy the three realms and turn them into stones to fill in the gaps of the origin. The billions of living beings in the three realms are not killed by me, but by you, Fong Ping. If that's the case, I will fulfill your wish. Don't you want to be the savior? Then I'll let you destroy the world. The Emperor God's voice was so cold that it could freeze people. He wanted to destroy the three realms and fill in the origin. Before this, he did not want to destroy the three realms. He only wanted to kill some powerhouses, draw out the seeds, and find someone to replace the 9 emperors. But now he did not want to do that. Because of Fong Ping. Fong Ping had messed up his plan. Would he do that? He would. At this moment, a sneer was heard. Heavenly King, subduing, suddenly stood up. His origin was turbulent. He did not fight to the death like before to break the passageway and let Fong Ping leave. Heavenly King, subduing, looked at the Emperor God not far away and said coldly, "You want to shake his heart? Dream on. He is a demon to begin with. He was forced to walk this path by you. Would he care about these things? He only cares about that small group of people. If those people die, would he care about the other ants? And the people he cares about are the people you want to kill. So, whether the 3 realms is destroyed or those people are destroyed, to him, it's all the same." Cheong, when did you become so childish? The Emperor God laughed. A smile appeared on his cold face. Subduing, it's been a long time. It really had been a long time. Previously in the mystic realm, the 2 sides had met for a short time, but they did not even have time to talk. Now, the town had appeared. The Emperor God looked at him and laughed. "You are very stupid. Fong Ping is stupid because he doesn't understand. He doesn't know, but don't you know? Don't you understand the consequences of killing Desolation? You are forcing me." Desolation was dead, and the origin was in chaos. Next, they needed to spend more energy to suppress the chaos left behind by Desolation. They were getting more and more passive and restrained. Only by killing Fong Ping and the others could they have enough energy to do these things. In this way, Fong Ping and the others would die. Heavenly King Zhen said gloomily, "What's the difference? Kill 1, earn 1. Otherwise, won't the result be the same? If that's the case, of course, kill as many as you can. It's a pity that I can't kill you. If you can kill me, you don't have to worry about being killed." The Emperor God's confidence was annoying, but it was the truth. If you can kill me, Celestial Emperor can't touch you either. That was his confidence. If you can kill me, Celestial Emperor can't touch you. What are you afraid of? Do you still have to worry about the war? No. Heavenly King Zhen's expression changed. The Emperor God did not let his guard down. He kept moving forward and pacified the void. He did not charge at them directly in case they escaped. He walked toward Heavenly King Zhen step by step. Since they were here, then they would not leave. Behind him, Emperor West and the Beast Emperor appeared. The next moment, Emperor Heaven Reverse and Emperor East also appeared. They were all looking at Heavenly King Zhen. Heavenly King Zhen was doomed. Where were Fong Ping and the others? This time, they would probably die as well. Heavenly King Zhen took a deep breath and said quickly, "We can work together and fight Celestial Emperor together. Celestial Emperor will not let you go. He will never let you go. Don't worry about that. You are not qualified to work with us." "Yes, my master." Heavenly King Zhen shouted, "I know where my master is. My master can show up and fight Celestial Emperor. Cheong, if you dare to kill me, my master will not let you go. You are just a chess piece. We are the players. Players don't care about the life and death of chess pieces." The Emperor God grinned. In the 3 realms, those who are qualified to play chess are Celestial Emperor, Yang God, Mi Do, and even Hao. The others are even less qualified. They are all chess pieces. You are not even as good as them. What makes you think you can work with me? Zhen, you have overestimated yourself and overestimated your position in Yang God's heart. The Emperor God today was too domineering. He dared to call them chess pieces in front of the other emperors. They were not even qualified to be players. But this was the reality. Heavenly King Zhen sneered, "You are a player? I'm afraid you are not qualified." "I'm not qualified?" The Emperor God laughed. Suddenly, his domineering voice spread throughout the 3 realms. "Yang, do you think I am qualified? Why don't we play a game and see if you can protect your disciple?" Silence. Just as Heavenly King Zhen's expression changed, someone suddenly chuckled in the void. "Xiong, why bother? Master!" Heavenly King Zhen was overjoyed. The Emperor God's expression did not change. Pretending to be mysterious, "Yang, I overestimated you. Today, you broke through the origin source and entered the origin source to fight me. I have overestimated you. Then how about you fight outside the origin ground? The laughter was ethereal, and the voice was not old. Cheong, do you dare to fight outside the origin ground? The Emperor God sneered. Yes, he was mocking the young god. In the origin ground, he could erupt with all his strength, and so could the young god. After going out, he could not, but the young god could. If the young god was strong enough, then come and fight. He was not afraid of the young god. The three realms thought that the celestial emperor's young god was stronger than him. But was it really stronger? He did not think so. He was the emperor god, an invincible powerhouse who had broken through 9, the first emperor in the world. It's useless to talk. Yang, you can't save Jin. Is that so? The laughter continued. Jin, you've disappointed me. Too weak, too weak. You can't even compare to Fong Ping. Embarrassing, really embarrassing. I won't argue with this guy anymore. I'll send you a beginner body. Fight him and win glory for the young god bloodline. Rumble. At this moment, the origin ground shattered. In the next moment, a figure appeared. Heavenly King Jin was stunned for a moment. Then, he cursed wildly. Aleph asterisk CKU. Yang, screw your ancestors. He was going crazy. The young god had sent his beginner body here. At this moment, his beginner body was also extremely sluggish. Then, both heavenly kings cursed wildly. The Emperor God did not dare to leave the origin ground. If he did not leave the origin ground, he would not kill his beginner body. But now the young god had actually sent his beginner body here. He did not feel anything. Heavenly King Jin was going crazy. You're digging a pit for me to die. This was too much. Previously, he had scolded Fong Ping for being a scammer. Now he was scolding the young god crazily. No one would scam their disciple like this. Don't be afraid. Fight him. The young god was still laughing. Cheong is not qualified to fight me. Go kill him and let him know how strong the young god bloodline is. Go. Heavenly King Jin was furious. Go what? How could he fight? He was going crazy. In the dark, Fong Ping was also stunned. He was really stunned. This was a young god? This was the Heavenly King Jin's master? This was a scam. Since you can break the origin ground and send people in, you can't take people away? In the end, he did not. He had sent the Heavenly King Jin's beginner body here. Fong Ping was about to vomit blood. How deep was the hatred between the Heavenly King Jin and his master? He would not stop until he was dead. Although he was scolding, Heavenly King Jin's body quickly became one, his face livid. As for the Emperor God, he sneered and said, 2 bodies as one? Yang, do you think you can be my opponent with 2 bodies as one? The young god's voice was faint with a hint of mockery. Whether it's true or not, we'll know after we try. Even if it's not, I'm not the one who will die. It's not bad to test Cheong's strength. Disciple, fight him well. Let me test his strength. If his strength is average, I'll kill him. You old bastard. Heavenly King Jin cursed. He cursed crazily. This time, he really could not hold it in anymore. It had always been me who tricked people. This time it was really bad. He was going crazy. He had not seen him for 8,000 years, and he had not seen him this time either. However, his master had already tricked him badly. He would not stop until he was dead. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.